We're gonna do the Pledge of Allegiance, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good morning, everybody. Today's Tuesday, November 25th. We'll get started with the board minutes from November 18th.
Sorry, dear.
That's okay. I make a motion, we accept board minutes from November 18th, 2025.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion been carried and passed. Or the correspondence. The first one from DEQ, and it's a public notice. And this is on applicants and the Anaconda Deer Lodge. They send us every time anybody's applicant, it's just a notice of. The next one from Burke, and it's on the Outlet Works Investigation Flint Creek Hydroelectric Project. And it's just in the response of that we've replied and.
Yes. Same.
Next one was from Burke. It's on the ODSP reversion on Georgetown Dam Flint Creek Hydroelectric Project. That they got the transmitting revised or stuff on the dam safety. The next one from Jeremiah, and it's on the last part of the first that I just handed you, and it's on regarding the spillway improvements, and we'll update the ODS, this is from Great West, and it's update the ODSP at the same time we are completing the EAP and other documents required by FERC. That kind of just follows suit of that.
So on this last paragraph where it says the ODSP is a living document and will require revision, and this is saying that they're going to revise it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the next one from the Phillipsburg ambulance, this is something that we asked, or we asked for, and I think this is something we need to put on, when we can talk to Little John on some of this. I don't want to bring some of this as personal. I don't think we should be, some of the ambulance calls and that, I don't think it should be brought out to the public. I think we could put it on the agenda and talk to Little John and how it's going, and if we could get him on in a couple of weeks. I just saying what they're spending and where the calls, I think that should be private. That's my opinion.
Is this what on October 18th they paid out? Is this what he's saying?
That's the way I understand it. That's why I think we need to get him on the agenda right away, a couple of weeks or something when he gets back after Thanksgiving. But we need to get an update on where we're sitting and what we're gonna do and how that billing's going.
Well, what this looks like to me is he is giving you in detail what their expenditures were for each run.
But we gotta make sure and see, cause he was gonna let us know on that, or how, the billing people, what's in it?
Soulstone.
Solson. So we haven't had an update, we just kinda need to know if we're getting that in and catching up on all the billing that we haven't. So we can.
So this is the update on that.
But I'd like to have him come in and get him on the agenda in a couple weeks. And then just see where Soulstone or what we're,
So you don't, for him to explain this or what?
No, I understand it, there's a couple other things I was gonna ask about.
Okay.
Is there any else on correspondence? Anything on the correspondence? Alrighty, well, we're a little bit early, but we'll go ahead and jump into public comment. Anybody wants to start?
Sure. My name is Jack Foster, and I just had a few comments for everyone regarding the meeting, county commissioners meeting last week and the public comments, and then also the airport board meeting that happened the day after. So I know you guys have probably seen and gone over the airport planning narrative report that is on the airport board as far as future planning. So I've gone over it and I've gone back through board minutes. I did not see any public comments, any members of the public attending that meeting, any of those meetings. And the only people listed were stakeholders, county commissioners. I'm, happy that you guys are sitting in on some of those meetings, some of the airport officials and the board members. There hasn't been any public input on that report whatsoever until, as we all know, recently. Couple other comments that were made at the airport board meeting. The airport board manager had mentioned to everyone, there was a handful of 4 or 5 members of the public on the meeting, as well as most of the board members. He mentioned to them that in regard to the county commissioners meeting last Tuesday, that there were only 50 people there making comments, and that's not indicative of, it's not representative of the county. Now, I've sat in a handful of these meetings. I know some people, Mayor Dan has sat in a lot more of these meetings than I have. For 50 people to be, almost in unison against an item like the nighttime operation of the airport, I think that's pretty indicative of what the county wants. And I appreciate you guys sitting there and listening to, almost 50 comments from the public. The other comment that was made from the airport board manager in that meeting that I find baffling is he had mentioned that it's no big deal to have the airport run at night because there's only going to be 2 or 3 flights a year that fly in at night. If there's 2 or 3 flights that fly in a year at night, why are we even doing it? So that comment was made. I'm just starting to sit in on those meetings, and I just have a feeling that there's a different agenda from the airport board manager and the board members than what the public would want out of a county public airport. Thanks.
Thank you.
On that, talking about that flying in, I just want to throw something back at you that I've been thinking about. And even though there's only 3 or 4 coming in at night, I guess my only concern is with them 50, the people that were so against it, one of their family members that needed to be picked up, and it don't happen. And what's gonna happen back? I mean, I'm not saying I'm still neutral on both sides. I guess there's a lot to this, and I read into it, but it's always this way that they don't want, then when they need it, holy shit.
Yeah.
Then their outlook's complete, well, we should have had.
And
So I think instead of being so bold on this, totally against it, I think we should try to figure out a better system on how it's ran. That's just me,
I think the public has no issue with, an emergency aircraft landing there at night. And I know 5 weeks ago when I first made comments in the middle of October in a board meeting, I know, Scott, you said the same thing. It's like, if we only use that fixed wing emergency aircraft, once a year, does that override the public good? I personally would say no. If it were me, I would want life for life with that helicopter at the hospital. I would choose that 100 times over 100 times than 100 over a fixed wing aircraft coming in here.
But what if you had to go further where they'd have to stop twice? This is all information for me. I went on Life Flight and I appreciate them and all that, but I'm just in case if they couldn't do something, then Life Flight could only get you to Missoula. And then you have to get on the airport where if we could have to actually get this, go to Spokane or Seattle. This is just stuff that I'm looking into. It's
Yeah.
not,
It's my understanding, I'm not an EMT, but it's my understanding that if you have to be life flighted to Butte, Missoula, I mean, most of the, helis come out of Missoula, that they're gonna take you there, they're gonna stabilize you before they move you again.
okay.
So that's my understanding. They definitely wouldn't fly directly out of here to Salt Lake or Denver or Seattle. They would take you to the biggest local hospital, stabilize you, and then once you're stabilized, move you on if they had to move you for a surgery to Salt Lake or Denver, they do a fixed wing out of Missoula. That's my understanding.
That's why I mean, if the guy could stop here with a big swing and just go instead of stopping twice.
They would always go to
Time,
Missoula.
you know, time,
Yep.
you know, that's all, it's just, I don't know,
That's how I understand it. They would always stop and stabilize someone and then move on from there.
cool, thank you. Any other public comment?
I'm Robert Hanson. I was at the meeting for the county up at the courthouse here, and I was also on the Zoom meeting.
Could you speak up a little, please?
I'm sorry, I tend to talk.
Thank you.
Was also out on the Zoom meeting also. So here are my requests, and I have quite a few of them. It would be nice to be able to go back and review the Zoom meeting. If they're recorded, which I'm hoping they should be. Be able to review those meetings, those prior meetings. And see the meeting minutes, the written ones. I really feel that meetings like that, you know, I understand meetings back when COVID was going on. They were done on Zoom, we did all that. That's done. We should have meetings in person and have people meet in person so the public can attend. Zoom is not that easy to use. I've used it quite a bit, and it still took me up to the last second to get onto the meeting, to get in there. It's not that easy, and there's a lot of people in our county that, you know, sit around with a laptop and a computer in their house. They don't have it. And your phone service, you know, all that. So that's just a side comment on that. I would like to see the grant. The grant that was made, because at the county commissioners meeting, it was indicated that the grant came from the FAA. And then on the Zoom meeting, it was indicated the grant came from the Montana Department of Transportation for the light beacon. They're both totally different things, and so now I really want to see the grant application and any other grants that have been requested from any other government agency or private agencies that are doing grants for airports. If there's been any other official communication by the airport board, because that's in our name. All of our names are basically on there saying we want this money and we should be looking at those grants more closely. So any official communications that have gone back and forth to the DNRC, because there's land from the DNRC down there. And I've heard talk that there was communications about them and land, and I'd like to see any official communications with the DNRC or Montana Department of Transportation or the FAA or other government agencies. That should be public information. If board members on the airport commission in their official capacity have been talking to private companies, organizations, nonprofits, for-profits, individuals, as a member of the committee, there should be notes on those meetings, and those should be available to the public. If board members have conflicts of interest, personal or financial, I think that should be on an application to be a board member, something like that. I think that wouldn't be unreasonable.
It's on there.
Okay,
It's on there.
so maybe we should review those and see if people have conflicts of interest. And if a board member has a conflict of interest, like with you, I'm assuming you recuse yourself from voting on an issue. If something personally affects you financially, you go, nope. I can comment as a citizen, but I do not vote on that because that affects me financially. So, copies of the contracts. the work that was done down at the airport, I'm assuming the county has a bidding process for projects? If they were
Over 80,
over
80,000.
over eight, so anything under 80, there's no bid? Okay, so it would be, it came up on the Zoom meeting, somebody asked for what work was done, who did the work, how much was paid, you know, where was that money dispersed from the grant? And they said, well, it's on this website, and it's like, it was kind of breezed over in the Zoom meeting, which was a little disappointing. Like, well, that's available on. I don't know where to look. I don't sit on a computer anymore, and I don't like doing it, but it'd be nice to have a hard copy to be able to see all this. Has a study ever been done about the impacts of noise? Because I know there's a couple planes that take off during the day, and you can hear them all over the valley. What's the impact on people on noise? Airports don't shrink, they grow, they get louder, they get busier. That's been my experience in life, and that'll happen here. So noise impact, light impact, impact on wildlife. What are the flight, I know this is a lot, but this came up and here we are. Flight paths, where they go, are we gonna have, people moving around ranches looking at herds of elk? That affects a lot of people just outside, and do they just fly Highway 1? Or are they going over the top and, you know, where are they at? And that's gonna affect people's quality of life. What are the height limitations? How low can you go? I have no idea on this stuff. In the ambulance service, to talk about that a little bit. We don't have a 24/7 ambulance service, so if I go to the hospital, which I've been there, I haven't done life flight. Yeah. But you go to the hospital, and then if you wanted to do a fixed wing, someone's gonna put you in the back of a pickup truck, take you down to the airport, because there's no ambulance. So I just don't see that working here unless we had a 24/7 ambulance service, and that's a huge expense, and again, I think Life Flight does a great job, from what I've heard from friends that I know that have gone on it. Is there a 5 or a 10-year plan for the airport? Has there ever been is there a plan? What's the long-term plan? So that's one of my last questions. I strongly believe we should be a daytime airport only.
Thank you. I think.
I think it's great for our
So,
quality of life.
your comment, you're looking, for public, everything is in the clerk recorder's office if you want to do research and find anything pertaining to grants, pertaining to costs and expenditures. And I'm not sure what you meant on your 24/7 ambulance. We have a volunteer ambulance, that's all we have, and I think it's 24/7.
Yeah.
And Blanche, you're right, it is 24/7. However, if there's a call out and there's not EMT available, they can't go.
Okay,
Correct.
understandably, yeah, I understand that.
That's our whole big thing, that's why we're trying to get more and give in and trying to get, you know, buying stuff, we're trying to.
Also, all meetings from every board is supposed to be submitted to the clerk and recorder's office for filing. So there is, it's, if you wish to look at the meetings, you should be able to. Yeah.
And
Anything that you need to find is in the clerk and recorder's office. The grants would be there, the bids on anything that's gonna be in there, all the bids are filed there.
Okay.
So do you have bids in here or in?
I don't
Yeah.
know, there for this.
So your first start to
Okay.
find this information would be, I think, to call the board and ask them these questions, but also if you're looking at minutes and if you're looking at the actual grants, they're on file in the clerk and recorder's office, just so you know
Good.
that everything is. we
Yeah,
just
I
don't
believe it's somewhere. I
toss it.
had no clue where it
Okay.
is. I was like, it's gotta be somewhere.
Okay,
I
some of
worked
that,
for government my whole life. Everything was saved.
some of that noise, you know, where you're saying the planes are taking off, going around in the helicopter, that's a lot of fish and wildlife are doing their studies too.
And the Forest Service and the fire things, yeah.
We don't have no control and none of that, they come and go as they want, so. But I'm just, yeah,
No, and I know, and I see the buckets come down and pick up water, and I get fire season. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anybody else here?
If I could, Mayor Dan Reddish, I'd like to thank the commissioner here for the opportunity to, find out what's going on, and I won't take up a lot of time, I'll be very brief. Let me put it into a nutshell here. My understanding is that there's a, desire to have the airport, configured in such a way that there can be night landings and takeoffs there. The issue at hand is the beacon, which is required for night running airports. Am I understanding this so far? That is an FAA requirement to have that beacon on if you are registered as a night landing airport. Is that correct? I guess my question is, if there's only a couple a year, is there any way that you could find a middle ground with respect to law enforcement in 9/11, where a deputy could go out and flip a switch? Because it came in on the 9/11 that there's going to be a flight in here in an emergency type scenario. Something like that could be done internally. It's just a suggestion. I understand. I don't want to put the onus exclusively on law enforcement. I understand they have a lot of responsibilities, but it seems logical that that could be a middle ground in terms of saying, yeah, well, like, we gotta go to the airport and flip the switch.
And
But maybe over 911.
I think one of the things that, Donovan was gonna look into was the regulations and all that with the FAA of actually having that be pilot controlled maybe,
Right,
just like the runway lights.
right, there is that. So I think a little bit hopeful that that's going on and thank the people that came and asked the questions.
So what he was saying is that there is a fix that would cost like $7,500 for the airport to be able for the pilot to turn it on.
Okay,
So this is something that these little fixes is we're going forward, trying to see what we can do to make this a safe airport.
understood, correct. I'm happy to hear that you're trying to find a middle ground here operationally.
Yeah.
I understand in the grant world, sometimes you end up having to do a lot of things that aren't necessarily on the priority list in order to meet those qualifications. So not knowing the background of the grant, from the conversation, it's my understanding there's a grant underway with respect to improvements at the airport. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's, has it been awarded?
The grant,
Yes.
The preliminary engineering has been, not, but there is a plan for, funding improvements to the
Right.
runway, yeah.
So I think just, and I'll leave back to the study, I think the suggestion might be to look at that, the FAA regulations in terms of trying to find a temporary fix or a middle ground, and also the grant obligations or grant
Right.
requirements, because you may be able to fix it on the FAA side and the grant may have
Yeah.
sideboards on it. So
Yeah.
I think it's important to get to the bottom.
I think after our meeting last week, Jonathan was gonna look into that a little more to see like what the fine tooth requirements are and the
I think that
FAA regulations and all that.
So, there's a distinction too between the grant for the beacon and then the grant for the actual runway improvements.
Okay, so
Yeah,
those are two separate-
yeah, two separate things.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay, understood.
cause they've been on that study for quite a few years, you know.
Right.
Before Donovan even got involved, it went back a long time.
Well, appreciate the time and also the effort to try to find a middle ground that works for us, because everyone knows in our town and in our county, we're the last best place and the last best place. And there's certain things that we do here that aren't applicable in other places. They just don't work here. And so I would ask you folks to try to stay as nimble as possible on this and accommodate. And I would also, to closing, in my 16 years in local government, I think I can think of 3 occasions maybe where there was more people in the room than there was upstairs last week. So there's obviously some desire here by the folks. So, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Anybody else before we move on?
Commissioners, I have a document I'd like to submit for correspondence to the town.
Yeah, could you speak up and state your name?
I will. My name is Jen Walters. Miranda, I can email this to you as well.
Kingston.
I'm not gonna spend time reading this. I know everyone can read for themselves, but we did want to submit our own alternative options for the airport. I think overall, the public felt last week, more so on the airport board meeting than in the commissioner meeting, that we were given a limited amount of options in the commissioner meeting, and when we jumped on the board meeting to try to express these thoughts and ideas and suggestions, the chairperson was very dismissive and he had very sarcastic responses. And none of that was appreciated. And ultimately, towards the end of the meeting, they reiterated that they don't make the decisions. They're just advising, and you guys make the decisions. So we did not feel that they were going to note all of our thoughts and pass this on to you. So it's 3 different options in addition to what we were given in the commissioner meeting last week. Scott, I think when you read these, you'll see, a couple of them address your questions about, what if a family member has someone flying in at night? One of the things we keep trying to suggest everyone look at is, landing fees. So maybe you can still land at night, but you pay a fee to do it. Also helps us track who's coming in and out of the airport and using our airport. So please read through those options. Each one has a couple of subsections with some further detail. There's a paragraph at the end, and it sounds like it's been touched on today, but yes, it sounds like it's been confirmed that the grant and the money that has been received so far was not federally funded, but it was a grant from the Montana Department of Transportation.
Don't they have I'm not quite sure, but when they did this and that, there's a certain fund that they work together on. Cause they get so much percent when luggage goes through, so in the transportation, that's why they're involved.
I'm not-
That's the way I read it.
I'm not sure, Scott, and that's why the very first line of this says, we feel like maybe we are only receiving partial information. Because there was confusion about where the money came from, but Donovan very clearly said in the airport board meeting, probably 3 different times, that it was all from the Montana Department of Transportation. And so with looking at some other sources, I just want to point out that the FAA requires all airports with runway lights to also have a beacon. But they do not require all airports with pilot controlled lighting to also have a beacon. They may require it if the airport is receiving federal funding. Donovan's saying we have only received funding from the Montana Department of Transportation so far.
Well, I think that was through the way they did that luggage, there's money.
The preliminary engineering report was federal, there was
Yeah.
FAA funds there. Likely that Department of Transportation grant had federal pass-through funds.
Okay, we don't have that, like, no one's sharing that information with us, so there's confusion out there about it. And ultimately, if we haven't accepted, the big federal funding yet to install, runway lights or pilot control lights, some of the FAA regulations may not actually apply to us yet. And
That's why we're giving it a little time so everybody can
Yes.
kind of get more info, and then, I'm not trying to, but we gotta keep moving on.
Yep,
We
no,
gotta-
exactly, so
And we're gonna have it back on the end, there's no decision yet, we're
Yeah.
still all trying to get.
we appreciate that, the public appreciates that, so yeah, I think the paragraph here at the bottom is important for everyone to read and to not just dismiss and disregard it, but, yes, we wanted you to have the additional options documented as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I didn't mean, I just trying to get everybody done.
I understand.
Scott. Got one.
Somebody else, yeah, he was ready to say.
Yeah.
I seen that,
Okay.
just said.
Hey, guys. Joe DeVico, West Broadway. Hey, I just came here to say thank you, for all that you guys do. And so we can be thankful for all the things that we have, our health and all the things. And I wanted to say thank you for what you guys do here for Granite County.
I appreciate it.
You know that I'm not from here, had property here for about 8 years. But I've come from an area where a lot of these types of discussions are going on. Best thing to do is nothing. sometimes. I did make a few comments or write down some things here. You don't want to touch talk about noise ordinance ever in this county. That's why people move here. They want to go out and shoot their guns, want to do their things. That's just my opinion. I've seen a lot of these things happen and then pretty soon you can't do anything. It's kind of going down a rat hole. As far as the airport, I have 4 heliports. I know a lot about airports. They're great. And I think that you embrace them and use them. And it won't be a decision about life flight coming in or not. It'll be they can't. And so fixed wings can only fly in certain weather, helicopters can't fly in certain weather, fixed wings can. So I would say 110%, you want to be able to have nighttime capability in this county, because your life will depend on it. It'll be a call out that they can't come in, and the road's iced up, and you need to get in and you need to get out. So I think it's critical to life safety in the county, and then whatever else, firefighting, and it's just not the beacon. I think they have to have the GPS capability by IFR. And if you can't fly IFR, you're flying in the blind. So, that's important. And I don't know all the politics about all of this. Sounds like it's hot and heavy, but I certainly would want to come in and out here, and the runway's not long enough. I've already looked. You could bring in a jet. You can't, unless it's a PC-24. It's got short takeoff and landing capability. But anyways, thank you guys.
Thank you.
And I saw something here. I saw Mr. Alt behind me there. I saw something about removing asphalt. I'd love it if it was all dirt roads, even from when you came into Drummond. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I've got a comment up on the TV, and then we better get moving on. I'd let it kind of, because I want everybody to talk. Who's this?
Elena.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you, Elena Gagliano, for the record. I'm listening to a lot of the comments and the questions, and I too have comments, and I'm just a suggestion that perhaps you better put it on next week's agenda a little bit more time so the questions can be answered and the documents requested can be provided. And I'll just say one other thing. Last week, and I don't know if my comment was added to the minutes, but I said there is a difference between an airport and an airfield, which Riddick Field is, and the requirements are different. And that's very important, and I think it was hinted on by some of the people that were there. So my suggestion is please put it on the agenda for next week. It's important. And I still am confused as to whatever motion was agreed to last week. So that's my suggestion. That's my comment. And I hope you do put it on the agenda. This is very important. Thank you.
We're going to, I already said that.
Maybe not next week.
No, because we're kind of waiting for
Yeah.
Don to get back. We said we'd take a couple weeks to get stuff coming in. It'll be probably a couple weeks before we put it back on. Thanks. Anybody else? Quick.
Yep, absolutely, quickly. Again, Dave Crone for the record. It's a slippery slope when it comes to safety, and Phillipsburg is a very small town, and I enjoy the fact that it's a very small town. As opposed to the person who I was standing across from last week at this time, I do not own a plane, and I do not own 2 hangars. So it is never in my best interest to further what's going on. None of you, by all means. I am in favor of a night or a daytime only airfield. And that, again, just to keep this quick, I think that a daytime only airfield would be perfectly fine because we have a full service airport over in Anaconda, And if at all possible, if we were to expand any airport at all, or turn any lights on at all, I would be in favor of Drummond. Number one, because I don't live there, and number two, it's out in the middle of the field. Like, it is far away from everyone as opposed to how very local our airfield is. Thank you.
All right, equal.
I was gonna comment on the noise ordinance. The county is a general power government, only given the statutory, you have to follow the statute. There's no statutory authority for the county to create a noise ordinance. But there are public nuisance or statutes and so forth, so just want to let you guys know.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on with, the next agenda item, that's go ahead, Paul.
Hey, so to start with, I brought a letter in there on the bids for the belly dump on a couple of quotes that I got. And one of them is from Missoula, and it wound up being 46,000 from Jane. And the other one is from the same people that we bought the last one for. And I got them to go down to match this price that we did last year at 42,670. That's delivered to Beaver. And that's what we had. Obviously, we looked at John Deere when we rented that one, and that was like 90,000.
I think that my certain, if we've got the same as what we already have, then,
Going with the same.
yeah. What do you think, Glenn?
I think, I guess what I'd like to do is just, obviously, it's $4,000 difference, so
Right.
we want to stay with
Yeah.
4,000. I'll
Did you
have
look
them
at
do, what's that?
Go ahead. Just wonder if did you have photos of, or look at these ones yet, or?
I did, I got photos of the
So
one
which
for
one is
40.
this one? Is this the,
On the bottom line, it's 46,
oh, okay,
and the other one is, this 42 is, in that letter, it'll tell you it's basically
this is the one what we got from before,
correct.
and you feel that we had good service and it was a good deal,
Yeah.
and they'll give us the same price?
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the lower bid,
So, if we're good with that, then I'll have him email me, the whole contract deal and bring it in.
Okay, and we'll just put it on the agenda for next week.
But I'll tell him that we'll take it. You see in that letter, they have one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if we're all good with that.
Now, we already said, that's what.
Yeah.
I'd entertain a motion just to accept a bid on the cheaper one, or however you wanna go with it.
from utility. I make a motion, we accept, utility trail sales bid of 42,670.
They have to have the $70.
Oh, wait a minute. 42,670.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Carry that, that way, that got forward.
Yeah. I'll have to get all the paperwork even out of that. And then that, letter I just gave Miranda was just to renew the gravel pit deal out there in East Fort.
No, it's the one we do every year for the state.
Yeah,
That way we don't lose it in case we ever need it.
and the other letter is, whatever other guy coming back to work on it first.
Okay. Just that want to say it, I mean.
On first.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Do you need to,
for what we're doing, we're doing now, we're putting all our plow trucks together, leaving a couple of dump trucks open for summer extra work. So we'll have everything
Miranda,
plowed up ready. Okay.
Miranda, I'd definitely put that in this file. Is that, did you give?
Yeah,
One, two?
no, but she just said that it just needs to go on spot.
so how are we with our new employee?
Good.
Are we hired now?
He's working.
Okay. And Did you get to check Sunshine Road by any chance?
I'm just gonna do that when I leave here.
Okay.
A good answer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, anything else? Oh,
Yeah, we're done at the lake.
Oh, how does it look?
Good, turned out good, and we're not gonna haul any gravel up there this year. We've got everything ripped up and then we're able to make, so we're good.
There's enough gravel there
Yeah,
Any input from the locals?
just a couple of that aren't right there.
Were they okay with it?
Oh, yeah, happening. Yeah, I mean, you can drive on.
Very good. Anything we can please our county residents.
That's right. So, yeah, that being said, at least that's all done. It was kind of a bad day to do it. It was snowing to beat the day.
Got it done.
All to the bottom of it.
you won't be in.
Oh, yeah, and then I won't be here next week.
Would this be easier for the clouds and,
Oh, God, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
How long was that stretch of pavement? It was,
couple hundred yards.
yeah.
You know, but it was all old millings from years ago that they laid, so. No, it was a good move.
That was just where it just came from the top down to.
Yeah, right by
Red
that
Bay,
toll
right?
crossing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rick about done with the truck.
Waiting for steel, I talked to Pacific today, waiting for the place to get here, so. We got some of it. It's in progress, but hopefully to have it in sometime next week, but there's a part behind it.
Thanksgiving and that can screw
Yeah.
down.
I expect it to be done by the end of next week. Yeah.
so on the new hire, did you get the forms from Miranda to go through the checklist?
Yeah.
Have you gone through the checklist?
Yeah. But you can only go through what as you go, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's okay, as long as we have documentation.
Oh, transparency. Glenn.
Transparency. That's the name of the game. You're learning.
Right here.
All righty, well, anything else?
No, that's about it.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, oh, and they are putting that, one more quick thing, they're putting that, the fiber into the shops today too.
Okay.
Around the backside,
And the one.
On that
just this one up here.
All up here.
On that note, do we have anything that we should be catching up with Blackbird, or are we all square with them and everything before it's too late?
Oh, we're good.
Okay. Gotta get hold of Dan on this spring.
Yeah, weeds, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
we,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all.
Just wanna make sure, cause I thought if out on Amesburg, they were gonna have to redo some stuff.
We did that already.
And you feel good for it?
And it paid.
Excellent.
Really?
Yeah,
Good. I just wanna make sure, start wrapping up a month before the first of the year though.
yeah.
Alright, that's all I do.
So,
Sounds good, thanks.
all righty.
Sunshine.
You were needing to, he wants to get some culverts. Have on hand, and then they got some to change, but actually have some here, so when something happens, they can go grab them, like we used to have.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta get somewhere
I
on.
just want that on
Yeah.
hand.
So,
Already in your budget, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, he said, you know, cause we've been just buying one at a time, but this way you get a few and then you grab one.
And we have a line item gas tax for culverts too, so
Just make sure when you get
if they
it.
budgeted in for culverts,
yeah, normally we take on a bridge.
bridge. Putting a culvert in front of the bridge.
We do,
Well,
Culvert and cattle.
it just couldn't be, I just consider it.
and everything affiliated.
And gravel.
Gravel, fencing.
Alrighty, well, nothing else, we'll move on.
I gotta get down to Sunshine Road.
How you gotta get them.
Don't see down there.
Right now,
Thanks, Paul.
Alright, so we'll go into the next one, solid waste district weekly report. I got John's stuff on the daily stuff here, I haven't gone through them completely yet, I will You got this road. Anyway, you have any comments or?
Yeah, I received this, DOT inspection report. It's like way overkill for what we gotta check on.
No, it's not, no, it's not. It's just stuff, if it's not on there, don't check.
Yeah, if it's not applicable, if you don't
It's just,
check it.
see where it is.
Okay. Okay, I mean, simple sheet of paper with,
No,
No,
this, our insurance and stuff, this covers us.
okay, I didn't know that that was covered under DOT because there's not a site vehicle.
It's just a pre-trip deal for truck or.
Yeah, no, I get it, I filled these out for decades, but the Class A CDL is just, never did it for backhoe, so.
Well, we're starting.
If that's what you want me to do, that's what I'll do. Next, Nick Kessler still has been unavailable. He had an injury, so hasn't been able to do the service on the backhoe yet, but he said after the first, he's got me at the top of this list. It's past its hours by about 10 hours right now. It's not a big deal. Just wanted to let you know where that's at.
Yeah, if he can't, there's other guys maybe we can call too with it, but if you already talked to him, you hate to kind of not wait for him to do it.
Yeah, well,
That's my opinion.
his original part was, he's gonna do it in middle of October. It's December now, so, I mean, if we have other options, might have to look at
Well, I'm
that.
not, yeah, I'm just saying that there is in case of an emergency or something where it's just a look at, you know, I think you're better wait till you kind of talk to him already.
Yeah, he's all ready to do
Kessler.
it. Yeah,
And he hasn't been available.
he had an injury, he didn't specify what was going on, but he said after the first, he'll probably.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
got me on the top of the list. It's just I reported last month that it was gonna get done.
Right.
And it hasn't, so. Palmer Electric, I had come out and replace the, lot light that was out about dumpster number 1 compactor. Obviously, it's dark now, but before I get out of there, that's been done. And that's about it, really. Oh yeah, sign for the metal dumpster we talked about back when there was a complaint about what's going in the dumpster. We talked about getting signs. That was several months ago. Curious if they've gone anywhere or.
No, because we haven't heard back from nobody you or nothing, so we just kind of let it ride. 'Cause when we said about the grass, you said that there's already a sign that says we're not dumping, whether there's something said about you didn't want the grass dumped in the burn pile.
Well, yeah, it's part of the policy.
No. But,
There is no sign there. Just like I was talking about the metal bin where we had an official complaint here where I had to. Remember, you had me get a hold of the policy from Civic Steel so I can show you, no, they can't take fuel and oil.
yeah,
And so you specifically stated that we should probably put up a sign so the public knows.
no,
This was months ago.
Follow through, we'll put up a sign, my bad, I just forgot, but.
Okay, just following up on it. That's about it. I'm already late for opening up, so I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay,
All right, yeah, thanks.
Unless you guys have any other questions.
No, thanks.
Oh, I did have one more thing. There's a porta john down at my site. It's emptied every week and nobody uses it. I can't imagine that's
Well, it's on the site, just in case, we talked about that before, we've always had, there's been, some kind of was. We just soon have it there just in case.
I'm not saying to get rid of it. Does it have to be emptied every week?
Well,
It
in their
seems like-
contract it is, I guess we could try to change it, but then they got, I just.
Is there a bathroom going in there? I have a bathroom.
Oh, you do?
Been there for a year.
The
But
public
we
can use that.
got the well done.
I was told specifically to not let any public use it. By my former program manager.
Oh, I didn't know.
That, I've never said that.
I was specifically told that by.
No, that's why we have it there, because there was a problem when something happened. That's one of the main reasons we had it for it on, just in case somebody.
But what bathroom are you talking about? The public can't use the. I was told the public cannot use the bathroom that was built that is part of the scale shack now.
Oh, I don't know.
so we have to have if they have to go to the bathroom.
Again, it's just something I see for spending
There
money
you
on
go.
that nobody uses,
I
but
mean, if we have to have a restroom available for customers that come and dump their garbage,
Something.
like if I guess I would visit with the people that come and dump it and just say it's not used.
We would come
Once,
I think it's on their little.
how often do they come?
every Wednesday.
and there's nothing in there.
No, nobody uses it. I mean,
I think it's just their policy, cause they,
Yeah.
so.
Do they charge us to come and look at it?
It's in there. When you are in part of the rental.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I've never
I'd rather
personally
not-
rented a porta john, so I couldn't tell you what the costs are. I'm sure they come.
That's 99 or something, and I.
well, yeah, dumpster state or the dumpster, the porta potty states
Thing.
there, there's.
And if somebody needs it, you gotta let somebody use it. Yeah.
that's kind of what I thought.
Well, that's, it's our.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our call.
All right.
Yeah, yeah,
And on
Good.
Good,
All right.
thank
You
you.
guys are opened up.
Right, so,
Serenity now,
not, huh?
Serenity now.
9:30 at the,
Hey,
we're
stress
behind,
ball.
what's that?
I get a stress ball.
We're a little behind here, but on the Lake Shore Drive asphalt, it's all just closed, it's all done and took care of, didn't have to put gravel on it. We'll put some next spring, maybe. So I just wanted to know the gallery and all that, and we keep that separate, okay?
For next year.
Alright. And then the backhoe purchase, he hasn't got nothing, but we're still dealing on it, and he was gonna take off for Thanksgiving, it's kind of. So next week, it'll be another, we have it up there using it now, so. And
What kind of backhoe is it?
rubber tired cat.
Cat.
Okay, so on this agenda item, we are going to purchase it, we've already made that decision, okay?
Just trying to get him down on it more, cause I wouldn't ran it, man, I just wanted a couple other things to get me.
And on this Blaine, question for you. We'll do the resolution to borrow money from Pilt for this backhoe for the truck purchase. And then, equipment modification for the German ambulance.
I've got a rough draft already drafted, be ready for next week.
And, answer some of Blaine's there, I called Blaine, told him we're kinda on that resolution, till like, cause he was wanting to know the total price, and I said, I don't know yet, cause I'm still.
Oh, okay.
It's a, yeah, work in progress.
Yeah, so I told Blaine, I said, well,
Okay, as long as we know what we're doing, we know we're going to do this. As long as we have the resolution before we actually do it, right? Okay,
So we'll have it ready for next week, and then I can make any final changes to it next week for the first reading.
that sounds good to me. You all right?
got it.
And then, have we heard any more from Ben? Did he go ahead and get the truck?
I have not heard.
Yeah, he was parked out there.
I took the check on it when I come down to go get it Friday.
That's what I thought.
I didn't see it, it was,
Oh, well, it was.
when I got here,
I got here after you and he was pulling in at the same time with the pretty Ram truck.
So, we all talked about that improved. I left Frank a message on the Drummond ambulance. That they get it done, that they just have to get it from Burke and then, or Burke. Hill, and then have to, yeah.
And that was
I see he tried calling a couple times, but I.
that 4,000.
Naturally, he said 3,500 to 4,000. I'll have him get a hold of you, Blaine, so,
Okay.
and then we can have that up and going. It's running, but it's. Okay. Well, we're catching up. We'll go ahead and jump into the dam timbers report. It's at 6427.89, 19.32 below pool, we gained an inch. So we're doing good on. I drove by there the other day and boy, it was, when it was raining, and it's just.
Can we go up to 10? Well, I'm just wondering now, we've been at 6, giving the lake time to gain and they've gained an inch. And what's the inflow coming in? So now maybe we need to get a little bit of electrical sales. They don't make very much, if any, at 6.
Right. I would think maybe to stay at 6 one more week, you get so much rain. That we go up to 10, maybe it's not 10, and we'll start dropping elevation.
Six, just
Because
to
we
see
didn't get a
how,
lot of rain last week.
Well, we're supposed to, tomorrow we're supposed to, and then the day after, you know, it's just how it's gonna hit, you just never know what's going there, and we gotta agree with Lance, because we gotta figure out how we can make more money. They dictate it so bad that during the time that we can make good money, we can't, because we have to obey, try to please everybody, and I mean, we're breaking ourselves. Sooner or later, something's gotta be done where we can figure out that we can actually put more out during the time we should be when we're making money, we used to.
So you kind of like go up to 10, and then if we drop down, then we'll have to drop it back to match inflows so that we're not losing.
Because the first of the month is when I think is when we start, I can't say for sure, but I thought the first of the month is when we start making good money. But we gotta start trying to figure out how we can make money off of this, then keep borrowing and begging.
Be able to pay the expenditures that we have to pay, that all we have is the electric sales to pay those.
Cause we didn't get that one grant, did we ever hear on any of them other ones? Nothing.
We didn't get one of those, that Jeremiah just said in his correspondence there, but and seeing if you guys wanna reapply.
But yeah,
I think we're all better, more likely to win the $1 million in the lottery versus getting Burke to change their order. And, yeah, it's not, yeah, I understand your frustration.
we've looked into it and it's coming to the point that this is gonna kill the county, it's gonna break the county completely. Because once you have to keep taking from Pilt to pay that.
Yeah.
And all the other, it's just to thank God now that we've had money in Pilt that we can get a backhoe and some other stuff, which they're gonna pay back, but holy shit, if we didn't have that. How are we gonna pay for it? Do they shut us down? Do we just call it quit? This is something, I mean, we gotta figure something, cause this is so frustrating that we're dictated so bad, we can't even do anything with what is ours. Not just me, we fought this for years, I know, but it's gotten to the point now that it's gonna kill us.
So do we know what the inflows are?
I think, it's obviously above 6, but having it 6 or 10 and seeing where it's at is a good, I mean, good idea. Yeah, between 6 and 10.
I mean, we could bump it up to 10, and then if it drops dramatically, I mean, then we know we gotta scale it back to match inflows, right?
And it's probably gonna drop a little bit, cause this stuff that we got, you know, it's gonna be full sitting on top, it hasn't come in, this is what we prayed for. But the ground ain't really froze, and so we get some warm weather, it's gonna go in, I'm with you, we gotta try to figure out how to make some money. I don't know,
Was it up an inch in the last week or 2 weeks? It was
Last week.
Yeah, so
Week.
it probably is in the 10 range.
Is that good, an inch?
yeah, it's damn good, cause if you look at the surface of the volume up there, and if it's came that much. I had a whole sheet that you could go through and then, and what's nice now, we don't have the heat sucking it off the top.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're kind of this is a dormant time, but I don't know, I'm just so scared. This stuff, we gotta keep doing, and we have a call today, what's coming today that we have to do, it's gonna cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
We just don't have the money to do it, sooner or later, it's just gonna be, what do we do? Cause you ain't even gonna be able to, even if you go get a loan, how are we gonna pay the loan back? I don't know, it's something to really, really look at, makes me sick.
Yeah, I mean, you breach that contract, they're gonna have a judgment against you, so there's no, I mean, there's.
Well, when they
Yeah.
come and we don't have nothing to give them, what do we do then? I mean, we can't even, it's gonna come to the point where we can't even afford to have all these studies done, because we don't have the money. You know, sooner or later, you can't keep Ron from Peter to pay Paul. But whatever you guys think, I'm kind of thinking through to go up at least to 10, just, got to try to make some money somehow.
I'll motion to go to 10 for a week, see what outflows, where inflows are.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
There's
Just scared. Oh, well. She could, go ahead. On the public comment on the dam, letting out more.
Hello, that's Selena Gagliano for the record. And listening to the conversation, there is a quarterly call with FERC at 11 o'clock discussion. Why don't you bring up these questions then to FERC? Just a suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, we can't count the number of times we brought it up to.
Every time we contact.
Yeah, but
Comment.
yes, you can again.
I mean, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Hopefully carry pass.
Why would we bring it up to FERC?
Trying to.
Get the same answer back.
I mean, it costs so much to follow their suits all the time, but usually, mainly we're going after the hydro plant, trying to get more out of them. It wasn't really, FERC just keeps throwing rules at us after Coldville blew up, and then now everybody's paying for it. That was a mistake.
And Bert doesn't care about.
Right,
our
this is where I'm coming from. Why would we say, hey, FERC, we're doing 6, now I want to do 10, what do you think? It's not up to them to decide
I
whether
think
we can
what-
bring it up to,
Well, she's talking about, the options on, the.
oh, I
Yeah,
thought,
beyond that.
I see, okay, my mistake.
You're all right. All right, well, we'll go ahead and jump into the joint project for resource planning and implication on local government issues with Sanders Mineral and Powell County Natural Resource Advisor Willie Peck. Is that who you are?
Yes,
Come
sir.
on up and introduce yourself and give us a little update what you want and what's going on. Usually sit up, Jimmy.
I'll bring my notebook, just.
Where are you from? Oh, I guess you.
Mineral County, I'm just outside of Superior. So that's my main.
Yeah, state your name and then give us an update or what you're looking at or what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm Willie Peck with, actually, I'm the Natural Resource Advisor now for Mineral Sanders and Powell County. And, looking at you guys, see if there's a chance that you guys could come on board, and it's been a great program for us. We've been hugely successful getting the forest to do more work, and you know, we supported the mining up in Libby as well. Libby as well, and so we're all about natural resource development and utilizing natural resources for the benefit of the counties, including recreation, timber, minerals, our water, wildlife, all of those things, fisheries. And so, you know, I actively engage in everything I possibly have time for all of the counties. And it's not a huge increase in the amount of work that we do by adding counties, because we do the same stuff. It expands our working circle certainly, but you know, I already have been I used to work for Sun Mountain for a short time doing this kind of work, government outreach, and I've been associated with the local collaborative and the BRD collaborative for a long time. But I haven't been there for a while now, but I used to be part of that group. And I've worked with Cameron Razor here, the local district ranger projects. You know, I was involved entirely in the long process of with the
I can't think of another little town outside of, between here and Drummond Hall. No, it's this side, it's not there, the other town, it's just.
Maxville?
Maxville, we put together a project in Maxville a few years ago, and, so, you know, those are the things that we do. We look for ways to get work done on the ground, and, you know, SRS and filter, you guys talking about that, those are huge concerns for every county. Getting filled, we always get filter, we do always get filter, but it's never consistent, you know, having some kind of a consistent program there so that every county can count on where they're gonna be each year, and getting SRS, permanently put in place. Getting it improved now is paramount, but then getting it permanently put in place. So those are things that we work on. You guys talk about a few different things. Certainly, I've written grants. I don't have a lot of time for that, but if there's a need for grant writing and I can find a place to find that grant writing, I've been successful writing grants through the DNRC mostly is where I've gone. Don't know if you guys are familiar with that program, but it's a great program. And, you know, to help pay for some of the things here the counties are trying to get done to just survive. I hear you guys talking about it. Every county talks like you guys, what are we gonna do, you know? And, we have to draw attention to these counties and make sure that, first of all, that we're at the table. And second, that our legislators and our Forest Service folks for the Washington DC are hearing that. And also the, BLM, mining, anything that's due to that, our agricultural stuff, all those things are critically important to do. So, I try to track all of those things. I do count on the commissioners to point out areas, let me know if I'm not already familiar with it, then I need to get familiar with those things, and, so that's what we do. We try to support each other, when we have. Well, we've had Sanders and Mendel's been doing this for about 3 years now. Sanders been part of it for about 1.5 years, and Powell just recently signed on. But recognizing the importance of getting this work done is essential in my mind, at least that we are at the table and they know our county's names, you know, at least that we're here.
So, well, what do you need out of us, or what do you tell me what you need? Us
Well,
joining something?
Yeah, I'd just like to get you guys on board with Mineral Sanders and Powell County and it's, we haven't given this group a name. It's just we sign MOUs with between Mineral, and we have one with Sanders, we have one with Powell, and we'd like to have an MOU with you guys so that I would also represent each of the counties, that everything that I do from, you know, with Powell County now on board, we have every forest but one in part in our county. The only forest that we don't have within the boundaries of our county is Custer Gallup.
Custer.
Yeah, it's outside, but so I guess the bottom line is, you know, the sawmill in Deer Lodge is a critical infrastructure for what is going on, with what we need to be doing with the forests, and if there's any mining, I'm not real familiar with what you guys do here in Grant County. But like all the other counties, I hear you struggle, and that's nothing unusual. I mean, that we all go through that.
We have bring up logging and that, there's so much timber here, but yet our loggings are Wyoming. They're thousands of miles away, taking it to Deer Lodge, this is on Rio and Livingston. I mean, when we have all the capacity of wood here, that we could be jumping in at 50 miles.
Yeah.
And keeping people home.
And is that what you would kind of advocate for, is to
That's what
get
we have.
forest sales here?
Yes.
And like if there's a fire that comes through and like get that log instead of letting it tip over and rot.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with all the recent executive orders and the secretary's memorandums and the associate chief and the
deputy chief stuff that's been handed down that we all are supposed to be working to get on top of it, and we are. We continually need help from our legislative folks with some of that stuff because there are roadblocks that keep us from doing some of that stuff. But yes, that's what we need. That's what we need here, is we need our loggers working here instead of down in Wyoming. Instead of down, they're down as far as Idaho.
Yeah.
Blanchett.
Okay, so you are the natural resource advisor for Sanders Mineral and Powell.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so for fee.
Yes.
And so what you would like is for us to join for fee,
Yes.
combining, and what would that fee be?
It's 15,000 is what all. I'll just tell you what Mineral County pays me $60,000 a year. That's what, and for the first year and a half, they carried that whole burden. And then Sanders County wanted to come on board, so we put them on board for 15,000. And then Powell County now will be on board for 15,000. And even if you guys join, Mineral County will still carry the bigger share because they pay, my wages come out of Mineral County. The money we get from other counties goes to Mineral County, and they put it in the pot for paying for my time. And but I have not yet turned in any expenses. I'm not in this. I mean, I appreciate the money, but I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it. I could retire any day. In fact, I would have had the county not offered me this opportunity to work. This has been a great opportunity to get things done for Mineral County and Sanders and Mount Powell, and hopefully you guys, but and so I don't turn any expenses. I don't take any of the insurance. The only expenses that the county has outside of my wages is whatever the payroll taxes and those things are. And so I do try to do the best I can to keep the cost down. And this has been a great help. It's given us an opportunity. What we'd like to do is see this. I hope to retire in a couple of years. Whether I do or I don't know. That's my thought process of to retire in a couple of years. But we would have a program in place that the counties could afford to replace me with another person and keep the program going. We've been hugely successful at increasing the pace and scale of forest restoration on the Lolo and the Kootenays, and we're struggling with the BRD because they're just not as progressive as some of the other forests are. And we still have problems with the other forests as well, but.
Okay, if this would be something to take under consideration whether or not it'd be feasible. We do have a tri-county agreement with like on Deer Lodge and with Powell for different things like sanitarian. So what we need to know is just exactly what it's going to cost Granite County, because there would be a budget set up and it would be a split, probably 4 ways if Granite County would join. So we'd need more information and just exactly what these letters are pretty much from Powell County and they're saying, great, we have you to do. And just what is our benefit? We'd like to maybe a little more information on it.
No, I agree. I think a person then should have, I haven't looked through this stuff. You just see what's getting done and where we're sitting. I mean, to come up with 15 grand, just boom, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
We don't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really need more proof and what's really, and if you've got, on some of these sales and stuff, if you could actually show that it's actually working. I'm not saying it isn't, but we don't know. I mean, you're just some guy coming in, you want more.
And your workload would increase because you're adding a county to your workload. So the cost not necessarily would have to go up, but it would have to go up because of the fact that you're doing more.
Right.
Mineral County wouldn't pay me any more to do this.
Right, exactly. I understand what it is. They have a budget they'd let us know what the budget was and what our share was. Is how it would work
Okay.
if we did join that group.
Right, right. So the 15,000 has been just across the board. I mean, that amount just goes directly to the county. And from each of the counties. And, so I think that's the number that we'd be looking for. And how you guys deal with that outside of that. You were talking about sharing that with 2 other counties. I guess that would certainly be up to.
No, I mean, we do have an agreement with 2 other counties,
Right,
tri-county
I've
agreements.
seen that, I read some of that, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things that I don't do. And I haven't read it completely through, but I did see it yeah, I can, not sure what I can share with you to,
I mean, we definitely have to table it, not look into it more than just saying, yeah, let's do it. I'm not.
Well, we couldn't do it this year anyway, we'd have to do it a new fiscal budget year. But yeah,
and we send out an invoice at the end, if, for example, if you started today, 12 months from now, that's when you get the invoice from the county, that's how we do it with the other 2 counties as well, so.
There's a lot more to it than just saying, yes, I think.
Yeah,
And I'm glad what you're doing that, but, I mean, first you better look into it a little more and just see what actually we're gonna get and if it's gonna actually move to get stuff here. I mean,
So how would this work with projects and like, if we do like one of the commissioners, like do you have meetings every quarter, monthly or something like that, where we go, hey, we need to get like, we're getting this spot, or is that more like you and Cameron Razor figuring out what needs to be logged?
that's a little closer, but just to give you an example, what we're doing, we're having our first meeting on it, in fact, on the next Monday. We're proposing a 270,000 acre, shared stewardship project on the Lolo, on the west end of the Lolo. And, that came from Mineral County and in partnership with our industry folks. We proposed this and we created the map, we did all those things, we're putting together volumes, that sort of now, and how we would see this thing structured, but, so I haven't even talked outside of sending the Forest Service a letter about this program. It's a program that is mandated by all of the executive orders, secretarial memorandums, and associate chiefs and deputy chiefs, and all those folks mandate that we get this kind of work done. So, what I hope to be a part of is get this one rolling in Mineral and Sanders County is on that end of the spectrum of what we do, and then look for opportunity to do the same thing here in conjunction with Sun Mountain to try and put together. We need to show certainty of supply, and we need to make these projects durable so that we don't go 3 years from now, we go back through this process all over again. So we're trying to make sure that we have these projects with the income in the next 3 years, so that whatever happens after that, at least we have that secure. And so there's a lot of work to do, but we're up for the game, we're up for the work.
how many is there of you doing this? Very much.
I'm affiliated with, I'm the only one that's working for the counties, but I'm affiliated with every industry in western Montana. We just went up and identified, they were putting a project together on the west end and they left out a couple thousand acres, so myself and 4 others went up and we want that couple thousand acres. We identified road locations, we gave them volumes of timber, and we requested that they add it to that project, which they are. And they they have always been willing to do those things. And I think we need to do the same things on this end, to help the forest get, treat more acres and bring more mills to our local sawmills, more post and poles or post and pole yards, firewood yards. All of those things are on our agenda to make sure that we keep all those things alive. And, You know, we helped our local post and pole yard there get a grant. Now we're close to $2 million that we've gotten. And they're putting in a treating plant to treat their own posts and poles and those kinds of things. Those are what we do. And it's all about
Oh, I think it's good.
county, but you guys do need to talk about it, and I would, I'm not sure how county'd be good to talk to, but, Mineral and Sanders County, I've been working with them for a long time, even before we started putting this together. I had done ghostwriting for them for years, and, so I would suggest you call those folks, see what the benefits have been, and, certainly.
Kind of interesting on that many acres that you're putting in, how many will be blocked?
How many will be blocked?
Cause the first thing they'll do, have a group will come in and they'll put a stop on it.
They certainly try to, and they're successful sometimes.
They're-
You know, we have, a project right now, we did it, the final decision got signed here a year or so ago, and it's 90,000 acres, 120 million board feet. No litigation so far. And, but I can't stress enough how important and the power the county bring to the table. When our litigants see that these things are supported by 3 or 4 counties, it's huge. It's, it doesn't put them on their knees, but it does draw their attention, how important it is for our counties to keep these things rolling. And, you know, you guys, Granite County used to have a couple mills, you know, Hall and Drummond. And, we have none now.
Yeah.
And Menor County's in the same boat. We used to have numerous mills.
Where's that meeting at Monday?
Yeah.
For what I'm gonna go to, it's in Missoula. And it's just, and I won't say it's closed, I don't think, but it's not a public meeting.
Oh,
It's a meeting just for me to present this 270,000 acre project to the forest. They haven't seen it yet, other than the letter that I sent them and requested this meeting. They haven't seen the map, they haven't heard any of the dialogue that goes along with that.
Just kind of preliminary.
It's just completely preliminary, you know, they could throw me out the door and then close it behind me, so, but they won't, but they could.
well, I definitely put, you know, on the table and just talk about it. Like I said, we couldn't do nothing on that budget anyway.
Okay,
And then
that's,
if more info you can get us out along the way, just you can email it to Miranda, just so we have it. And,
I think it's definitely something we need to look into.
oh, no, yeah, and then,
If we can bring jobs in and get economy going again.
I'll send you whatever I can think of. I did send 3 or 4 things. Yeah, that's one of them that, you know, that we're doing. And, you know, I fully expect that we're going to get SRS funded again. It's sitting in the Senate right now.
I hope so. That's where
We're in the same boat. So is Sanders, so is Powell. Everybody needs, SRS. I mean, we used to do quite well on the 25% fund. But, once they quit cutting timber, that went away and,
I don't think schools and stuff so bad, you know, that it's
Oh, man.
taken from everybody and they don't see that.
yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
Are you,
Again,
have you talked to Anaconda Deer Lodge County CFO or?
you're like, the county?
Yeah,
No, I have not.
see if they wanna get on board too.
No, I haven't. We originally started with just Sanders and, then I knew Dan Sager pretty well. And we've talked back and forth over the years, and so we decided that it was a good fit for them as well, and I was trying to think, I believe it was, Todd. Anyway, with MLA that suggested when we come and talk to you guys. And,
Yeah.
they thought you guys would be a great fit for what we're doing.
Alrighty, well, I hate, but we got,
That's fine,
We got-
let's move on.
yeah.
There you go. All right.
And if you keep us, we'll get Miranda's and then you just keep sending us wherever you can, keep us in the loop and we'll keep us in mind and we definitely, it's interesting.
Give it some thought. I can forward you, you know, at least 3 or 4 times a month, I have information that goes out to our legislative folks.
No, once a month, you don't have to do it every time, you know, just.
Well, all I'm saying is I would forward you that same information that I'm writing for those other counties. And, just to give you a sense of what we're doing, so I better let you guys get back to this. Thank you. Yes, good to meet you, you bet. Thank you. Thanks a lot, you guys. Yeah. If you guys got cards. No?
What's that?
No,
I
don't.
don't.
People are grabbing now.
Yeah.
Cards are all- Yeah.
Cogman said that, no, you.
Okay, good, good.
I talked to him this morning, so.
Good.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming in, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, guys.
We won't forget about it.
We'll stay in touch.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, running a little behind at the Phillipsburg Library mill levy request.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Sarah a question concerning,
You guys can come up.
but if you want to get started.
Okay, I'm Kathy Gillis on the library board, and these are my other board members, Meredith Donald, Sue Sweeney, and Linda Graham. And we're here today to get on the ballot, the primary ballot, June of 2026. So, it's been pointed out that we no longer will be able to, we won't be able to change from, we had a set amount, we won't necessarily be able to switch from the set amount to mills, but we're working with Blaine on that, he's gonna do the resolution, right? One,
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, the hospital board actually has, actually a tax authority, so you could, do the resolution directly, directing Sarah Graham to have the ballot issue on. Or if you could do a resolution asking the commission to request her, but, to do it, but the hospital board could do that directly.
The hospital board.
Or, sorry, library.
I'm not-
Like, you cannot, library, the library district, has is a taxing authority and may, do a resolution directly calling for, directing Sarah to do a.
So today, while we're here, we don't necessarily have to have an amount, but we can still propose to that, we were told we needed to come to the commission today to get the resolution to be on the ballot in, June of 2026.
So it'd be the, your board, needs and drafts the resolution and approves it, and then that, yeah, could bypass the county commission.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I just have information that I didn't have when, we talked.
Uh-huh.
And you can't do it by mails, it has to be by cash.
We heard that, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so there's a difference here. Here, if you went out for an election and if, say, for example, you wanted 110,000,
Mhm.
then the 48.5, you would, that would always be there. And then you'd add that amount to the 48.5 to get the 110,000. But the amount that you add will always grow. Does that make
How
sense?
does it grow based on the
Well,
tax
just like-
valuation in the mill?
It's just like if a levy is, if a mill levy's worth,
That's good news then, right?
So-
Yeah, that's what we were hoping for. That's what
So
we were.
Glenn, so then they had asked for however many meals to make.
no, it was cash amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
And
the
we
new
want
statute.
61,000.
is, we're not gonna have mills anymore, so it's gonna be cash.
Just give me
So
the
you're gonna
ballot.
be confused all over.
Is that-
Well,
Like,
the Yeah.
community will understand that, I mean, not that anyone understands mills, but mills sound a little smaller than going
Yeah.
to 48.
Yeah.
It's gonna scare people worse.
Yeah, I
Because you're gonna
do.
see cash and kind of.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that you need to understand, is you'll always get the 48.5, anything on aboard that. The, say, to get up to the 110 always grows, so if the value of the meal increases,
And it will.
then that money grows.
So
That
if we
makes
did,
sense.
if we asked for 61,000, is that what you said?
61.5.
Yeah, to get us up to our 110. Then that 61.5 will grow, like the next year we might get 70,000 or something.
I'd have to research that,
Yeah, well, that's what's happening.
yeah. Yeah.
It's HB 20 that's doing that.
What
And,
was it, H Bill 20?
yeah, House Bill 20.
Cause I asked the, Secretary of State.
And Sarah talked with, Mako thing and, if you need her to come in and explain it.
The,
This is just, cause you need it to run on.
We haven't had an increase in money since they moved. So it's been 10 years. So
Just kind of.
48.5 is everything we do.
Getting.
Applying for grants and getting grants, but
yeah.
everything
Right.
has gone up so much. And particularly, I think in the last 4 to 5 years, the half of the 10-year thing, 48.5 isn't cutting it. Our budget now is 110,000. With salaries. It is. You should come down and check out a book.
I'll be there.
You got focus, right?
Alright, looking at money, you see me looking
at
money's being on.
I think they got books on tape for you.
And they have all kinds of programs we do for people our age.
Oh, I think it's good.
And it's so busy there.
Money's so tough.
We'd like to maybe have more hours.
Pardon me,
It's really just part-time open. We'd like to
Right.
be able to have it so we could man the place, 40 hours or, more. People go there on Saturday, or they go and we're not open for noon and, we have to split the hours.
You guys got programs in the summer for kids. right?
And I'm getting told every week.
Yeah, a lot of adult programs now.
Cooking classes.
I think,
Art classes.
it's gonna be scary how to get it.
One thing to do, I mean, the Friends of the Library can do a campaign. The library itself could do like fact sheets and so forth.
Yeah, instead of doing whatever it would cost for the mail-in or to be, our own little election, those funds would be better used for us to promote.
So the library itself couldn't promote and just do a fact sheet. The Friends of the Library could promote. But you can do some, fact sheets and get that in the paper and that sort of thing.
But
As long
you
as it's
can't
not-
really-
You can't say vote for it, yeah, it's just, this is what it will do, this is what we'll use it for, it's why it's needed, I can.
Anybody, she had a question for you.
Oh, Mary, could I do that, like a open, mic night, for lack of a better word, where people could
Town hall kind
kind of a town hall meeting? Would
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Yeah, as long as the, as long as it's
Not
presenting the,
just
presenting the facts.
information.
presenting the
You're not
facts.
saying vote,
Yeah.
okay, yes.
So,
Which question?
Would you state, I'm gonna get in trouble for not stating your name, so.
I'm just curious, does the proclamation or whatever we're putting out to
It's
the,
too sweet.
to the, people, does it say an additional 61.5 or does it just say we're asking for 61.5?
So the ballot language will likely say, this is what we have coming it was already previously approved, this would be for additional X amount per year. And so,
Then you'll get the whole amount.
yeah, but you're not gonna get it taken away, it would just be a vote on whether they're gonna, yes or no to the additional.
I just feel like it's gonna be confusing, so we're gonna have to really.
For people
About
our.
Yeah,
You still gotta state your name and stuff.
Oh, Sue Sweeney.
Sorry, Miranda.
You're fine.
I know.
but, we're on Zoom, so
Oh,
people.
okay, cool, sorry.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, Kathy.
Is this,
Go ahead, Ron.
are you requesting, to be on, have a ballot issue on an election? Is it,
So the library board is a taxing authority, so they can do the resolution directing the,
also, they don't have
asking
to get
for the-
permission to put it on the ballot?
That's what it is, yeah.
They just bring it to us and say, this is what's happening
It
with
just-
ballot language.
it'd be a resolution and then it'd go to, mainly going to Sarah to have her get the ballot. And we were thinking for a special election or not.
We're thinking the primary.
You don't want a special election.
It'll go,
I mean, I guess,
Way to have the expense.
but the reason
yeah,
is they're looking for money in a
Yeah.
special election. It's gonna
It's
cost
expense,
them for the
yeah.
whole election, which I don't know what it costs, but you're looking at $2,000 plus. So with getting it on an election, a general election or a primary, it's just that little ballot issue that you pay for.
I think your odds would be better too, because you throw a special one out, people are so tight and scared right now, I think it hurt, yeah. Not just me.
Glenn, when do we need to, it's Kathy Gills, when do we need to get the resolution to Sarah?
These be 85 days prior to the,
Sounds like it.
prior to the election.
Okay.
So, the quicker you get January
And you're
get it
gonna,
on there.
you're gonna help us.
I will help you.
Perfect. Thank you. Great.
So did you guys decide you wanted it on the primary or the general? Primary?
Primary. Right, Linda? Yep, primary.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Good job, thanks for being on the board.
Thanks.
Sorry, I called you hospital.
I know.
I'm at library.
So then maybe, should we wait till after the holidays to get a hold of you, find what's gonna work?
Or, yeah, we could sit down next week, or when's your next
We
meeting?
don't have until January.
So you need a special, I do a special meeting
Get on
first
it.
part of December and pass the resolution.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah,
All right,
we'll get a hold of you.
Thank
you.
Thanks, thank you.
Bye.
thanks.
Thank you, thanks. Thanks so much.
So we need to about that calendar, right?
Yes.
I didn't mean to jump in there, I just
No,
wanted to try to
No,
understand.
you're,
I didn't know that House bill. Wow.
Well, we didn't either, we,
so we don't have our new code books, and then the code in the online is still 2023. I don't know what
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what the
That's what you're
legislature's
saying,
not.
That's why I was asking, well, then you gotta figure out how many meals will meet to 110, well, I'm gonna be really.
And see, and this is kind of what it does, but it's just
Cash is
stupid.
gonna
It's
scare
stupid.
people away.
Cash
It's
is gonna
it's
go
gonna
down.
scare people away, where the mail is kinda, you could float. And you know, try to explain, now you're, wow.
Except for the library seems like it's well used and loved, so that's the only saving.
I think it's a good deal, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that, I just.
Yeah, people are voting in.
People are tight right now, it's gonna be scary.
Well, and that's why the Valley Fire went to they had the choice
Right.
to go to
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
change. Where now it'll increase, or it could decrease if the value
And that's what
goes down.
and that's what the library is doing now, that's the
Yeah.
same deal, right?
Yeah.
The Valley did.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and move on, there's no bids on this surplus, so maybe we need to drop what we said, let's just put it out for bid.
Just no minimum.
Yeah, no minimum, and we can always say yay or nay on it, so I guess put it back out for bid as is and
2 weeks
see,
and then,
after we see what we get.
so,
Is that all right? Two bunch, good day.
Is this just Sheridan? Yeah,
so 4th and 11th, have it in the paper in the 18th,
I mean,
or no,
cost enough
and then 16th,
advertising.
have it.
See, that's another one, I mean, it'll cost so much to try and get rid of the tent,
Yeah, it's not cheap to have stuff in the paper.
No, that's why I didn't know. It's just as easy, do we have to put something like that in paper, or can we just put it on our website that it's going back out?
Well,
I know a
yeah,
lot,
you've done it once here, no bids, yeah, you could do it just on the website.
I just save some money to put it out, I mean, cause the thing's just eating us out, but I just put it on the website and then word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
gets out.
Have the bids due by, yeah, December 16th
16th,
and
right.
at 9
Couple
AM
weeks,
or
and
8.
see it big, yeah, just do that, is that
Yes.
right?
I'm good.
Thanks. And then, okay, so we'll move the ventilation contract system.
Rico's not here, so we gotta table that.
Okay,
next
so
week.
we're gonna take a break until 11 o'clock, our first call comes on 11. But. Alrighty, we're back on and we're getting ready to start our quarterly call with Burke. I'll see if everybody's on and we'll get started. There's Kareem.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, yeah, you might as well go ahead, we'll get started, it's 11 o'clock.
Alrighty then. As always, do appreciate you guys taking a couple minutes to talk to me. Just an opportunity to check in a little bit, see how things are going with the project, to ask any questions that you may have of us, any pressing issues or anything that you're waiting for us to respond on. It's a good opportunity to kind of have the conversation during these quarterly calls. So definitely an opportunity for us to talk a little bit. I do have a couple of things that I do want to kind of bring up today. Just for general discussion, we won't go into super detail about anything that's under currently review. But a couple things, we've been issuing letters, response letters to some submittals over the last couple of weeks. So I'm playing catch up on my end for some submittals that have come in earlier this year. So you have seen a couple letters come through over the last couple of weeks. Definitely take a look at those letters. There are some responses that we're asking from the county within those letters. So I do encourage you to take a look at those and let me know sooner rather than later if you have any questions about any of the responses that we have provided to submittals, to any of your submittals. So not gonna get into super detail about a lot of stuff. You know, we can always have a separate conversation about that, about anything that's we've responded on. But definitely let you know that we are playing catch up, and you'll start getting a couple more letters back from us within the next couple of weeks. So after this holiday week, probably 2 to 3 more coming out within the next 2 weeks or so. So one of them is on the DSSMP that was submitted in April of this year, and the other one is on the DSSMR. So those are the monitoring plans and the surveillance and monitoring reports. You'll be getting comments back on those hopefully the next 2 weeks. Those are in final review on our end, so just FYI. And also, we have received the Part 12, the fourth Part 12 CA inspection plan. Thank you for submitting that a little early. We do appreciate that. It's allowed us to jump on it pretty quickly, get our review completed internally. I just saw a draft letter come through this morning, so that is going to go out probably in about a week. I think the last person's on vacation this week, so we're not going to be able to get it out this week, I don't think. But most likely it should be out hopefully by the end of next week, if not sooner, in terms of response. Just as a heads up, we are going to ask for a revised plan to be submitted. Because the letter hasn't gone out, I can't go into details about what is actually in there yet, but just be aware that we are going to ask for a revised plan. So again, when the county does receive that letter, we do encourage you to reach out if you have any questions. Like, don't hesitate. Like, I will answer whatever I can, provide whatever guidance that we can provide. So that way, the next revised plan that comes in, hopefully hopefully meets the requirements of the guidelines. So it's basically just the high level stuff for me in terms of what's going on. The proposed dates for the inspection, they seem to be okay. I believe that's in June or May of, I can't remember exactly the dates, so I have to look at my calendar. But the dates that were proposed for the inspection appear to be fine for me in terms of the calendar dates. I'm still waiting to get verification from our risk division, because I believe they're going to send somebody out with me for that inspection. So once I get feedback from them, we'll let you know for sure that those dates work, or if we need to make any adjustments, or if we need to put a request for adjustments. So hopefully there's a little bit of flexibility if we need to, but if not, we'll try to do the best we can to make it work. So you haven't received the inspection report yet for 2025. That's still being drafted by me, just kind of FYI. With the review of the SMR SMP completed, that report should go out hopefully by the end of December, if not sooner. So just be on the lookout for that. Again, when it goes out, if there's any questions for us, don't hesitate to reach out, let us know, and we'll do the best we can to answer any questions you have. I guess before I keep going on, is there any questions for me? Anything going on you guys want to talk about, or?
What's that? Say that again. Any questions?
If you have any questions for me, per se, like, this is a good opportunity to ask questions of me. If there's concerns about anything that's come up with the project recently that you would like to discuss in an open meeting, now is a good time to do that. Yeah,
I
answer any
don't,
questions
right
that you have.
now, right now, I don't have them. Jackie, do you have any questions? Or Jeremiah on there, isn't he? No? I thought
Oh,
that,
there he is.
I thought it clicked there and I seen something.
He's just now joining.
There he is.
There, Jeremiah. Had to get off his boat. See,
Too
Noe?
cold for the boat.
He heard that.
That's it.
You
I
have
was
any
just
questions?
late so you can let the anticipation build for me joining for you guys.
Pretty. Do you have any questions for Kareem?
I do not. We just recently got responses back from them for the ODSP, the EAP, the spillway improvements that we are planning based on that. So we need to digest all those and then get some responses back accordingly and address those things as we our upcoming resubmittals on some documents and things. But I didn't at this point have any questions. Dream, we did submit the inspection plan. So we got that over. I guess we'll do a final plan once we receive comments and such. But I didn't have any other questions.
Okay. Yeah. And so what I was discussing or talking about a little earlier is, if there's any questions that do come up on the submittals that we have responded to, the ODSP, the EAP, the spillway improvement, definitely let us know before you submit something back to us. Just reach out to me, give me a call, send me an email. Hey, let's talk. I'm happy to talk a little bit, discuss any questions that you might have, or anything that need to be clarified within our response letters. It's easier to have a conversation before a letter comes in. I think I've mentioned this before. Once it hits us, it's radio silence on our end because it's officially under review. But if you want to have something, talk about something before they get submitted, if you want to clarify anything or just get a sense of what direction the wind is blowing on our end, definitely reach out to us. Reach out to me and we can have a conversation about it. Yeah, and with that too, Jeremiah, what I mentioned is we're playing catch up. Me specifically on a lot of items. I've been really busy this year, like a lot of people. And so we're starting to crank through some of the other submittals that came in earlier this year. So a couple of the items that are going to be coming out pretty soon are our response to the DSSMP and the DSSMR for 2024. You're going to get responses on those hopefully in 2 weeks. So I'm hoping by next week we can get that out of here. It depends on a lot of other factors, but the responses will be coming back on those. We do have comments on them. I believe with the CA coming up pretty soon, so that's a comprehensive assessment for 2020. It's going to happen in 2026 with the field inspection that's proposed. We are probably going to be a little. We're gonna hedge our comments on some of the SMP specifically, because that's going to get a pretty good review by your IC team or by the IC team. So we will comment on it if there's anything that we feel is structurally incorrect or needs to be egregious with it, which there really isn't. Just a heads up on that one. But we are expecting that your IC will do a fully independent review of those items, and generally of the whole supporting technical information document, to really kind of get in there and take a critical look at it and make critical comments, constructive critical comments. That's a hope, to make it to help improve or just refine in whatever ways it needs to be. So just FYI on that one. And with the SMR, kind of a similar situation. We're looking at it like we do every year with a critical eye, just to make sure that the instrumentation is being followed on the project that is outlined in the SMP. Things are being evaluated the way that this project says it's going to be evaluated. and also just how's it compared to the state of the industry. So with that being said, comments on those will be about what they've been in the years in the past, in terms of the level of comments. At least that's what my initial thought is. But we're again having an internal conversation about how we want to handle some of the responses on SMRs that have CAs or PIs coming up. So we may adjust a little bit, but again, we'll see when the final letter comes out how it looks. But just FYI, those should come out pretty soon, within the next 2 weeks, hopefully. And then for the PI, for the CA, my apologies, for the comprehensive assessment inspection plan. So that was received, I think it was last week, I believe. That's under review. I saw a draft letter this morning. I looked at it. There are comments. We are going to ask for a revised draft inspection plan. Just look at the comments when they come through. I can't talk about them because they're not official yet. But look at the comments when they come through. I think they're pretty straightforward. They are pretty straightforward, in my opinion, to compare to some other plans I've seen recently. You guys did okay. But there are a couple things we would like you to refine. So take a look at those. And if you have questions after the letter is issued, again, reach out to me. I will gladly do what I can to try to refine and answer any questions that you have. So that way we can get you to get a revised plan in that's hopefully will make it through our review process. So I'll leave it at that. But that one, again, hopefully that'll come out next week. That's the hope. But the person who needs to review it, I believe they're out of the office on vacation this week. So that might be delayed a little bit, but we'll see.
Preem, just quick question. Are you gonna require the SMR and S&P due by December 31st?
Of this year?
Yeah.
Well, it's a great question. Probably not. Probably not. I don't think so. So the way we're approaching it, and I gotta be careful how I say this. The way we're approaching it is we're going to ask for a plan and schedule in terms of response, and then we'll leave it up to the licensee to determine from there what the response time will be in terms of their plan and schedule. So, roundabout way of saying I can't give you an answer. Most likely we're not going to ask for it. And to be honest, I'm not going to ask for it December 31st of this year. I didn't put that in writing. I don't think that's going to end up in writing and in the letter that goes out. I don't think it's realistic, mainly because of the timing for that. Most likely, I think most of the SMR comments will probably could be addressed in the 2025 submittal. That 2025 submittal, I don't think we've asked for it end of the year. So, just I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna attempt to turn it around as quick as possible, but we're getting the comments here in the next week or two.
Yeah.
And then going through year end, there's always a little bit of time where we need to pull that together. But I know during our inspection, you noted wanting them earlier than April 1st, what we've been typically submitting. So
yeah.
We'll work on turning that around as quick as possible at the beginning of the year.
For sure. And I don't believe I ran into the similar question on another project about when the SMR should be submitted. So this is the DSSMR. It's a surveillance and monitoring report. Yeah. When it should be submitted to us or to FERC. And so some projects run on a water year, so it's like October 1st to September 30th is their monitoring season, and then so they can typically have the report by end of December. Other projects run on a calendar year, so January 1 through December 31st or something like that, or something similar to that. And so they will typically have theirs in the early spring. I'm not going to throw a date out there for early spring. I believe you guys are on a calendar year. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So if you're on a calendar year, to have it submitted by December 31st is a challenge to do that. and it's not really expected that you'd have it turned around that fast. I mean, like if you did, that'd be really impressive. But I think it's, early spring is ideal. Late April is kind of a tough month for us to start getting some of these SMR reports in because of we are moving into inspection season. I think I talked about that a little bit before. So we like to have them in sooner than that. Again, work within, discuss with the license, as a CDSC, discuss with the licensee of what's an applicable time frame for submittal. And then if you want to kind of talk about that offline, have a conversation with me, just kind of like this, we can reach out to me and talk about it. But the ideal is end of April is too late. I'll say that up front. If you submit it at the end of April, it's too late, because what that ends up doing is kind of like this year. It ends up getting moved down the stack of review items that we have, because we get into the inspection season and it just gets lost in the sauce, basically. And so what I would like to do, what I hope to have more licensees do, is submit theirs a little earlier in the year when we are not in inspection season for our office, our region. And that way we can have an opportunity to review them before we go out for inspections, or at least have a comprehensive review completed before we even submit a letter, before we go out for inspection. So that's the ideal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
does anybody else have any questions? Jackie? I don't know if she was gonna be on or not.
I do have a couple more things that I would like to. I got you as a captive audience today. A couple other small items, just to talk about. One, I know with the spillway improvement plan, there was you guys were applying for a grant to help cover some of the costs of doing that work. Can you do you have a general update on how that process is going in terms of the funding and what you're thinking, what your thoughts are at the moment in terms of when that might happen?
Yeah, so the county was not successful in getting that grant funding. And so we were actually, based on your letter response, going to put together a revised plan and schedule on that. Because there is an opportunity in the spring of 26 that they could pursue some additional grant funds, but that pushes everything out realistically, where they couldn't do implementation until probably the fall of 27. We may have some intermediate monitoring of things in between.
Okay.
But I haven't discussed that with the commissioners, at least as far as schedule and pursuing other grant funds. But I know funding is tight for the commissioners, and so I'm sure we'll be pursuing additional grant funds there.
Okay. Yeah, just again, just when you in the response letter, just let us know. Just if you're gonna pursue it.
What was that, Scott?
Do you take IOUs?
We don't. No. But but you can build it into build in a realistic plan and schedule. That's how I'll leave it at that. If it's something where funding is necessary to move that project forward and the funding isn't there for that project, just let us know, and then we will talk about it internally. And if we have a feedback on it, we'll let you know. But what I don't want is for it to just be languishing out there as a potential thing and we never resolve it, not resolve it, but in terms of never address that it'll get done. It never addressed the fact that it needs additional funding for it to happen. So the schedule that was out there before is long past. And so it's important now to kind of come up with a revised schedule, revised plan for that, and then see how, again, just put it in front of us, and hopefully we'll get back to you on it sooner rather than later.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. What else did I have? Cartels came in, meetings, annual filings. So again, the annual filings, there are some annual filings that we do like to have at the end of the year. Those would be the ODSP filing. Please review the guidelines, the CFRs for those, what's necessary for submittal. In the emergency action plan, again, end of year submittal is ideal for those. So again, just there is a required for an annual submittal for something on those two items. It's outlined in CFRs. Please take a look at those and just do your best to get those in on a reasonable schedule. We talked about concrete outlet structure. Yep, status response. Okay, yeah, I think that's it for me. That's all I got for today. I think it's a lot to cover. It's a lot of moving parts going on at the moment. We do really appreciate the inspection plan coming in earlier. So again, thank you for doing that. It allows us the opportunity to review it and give you guys feedback on a more timely manner, which is great. Your team seems to be. We'll provide all feedback provided in the letter, and when that letter comes out, any questions, let us know. And then once we approve it, just be aware there will be a secondary call that has to happen within 6 weeks after that plan is approved. So again, we know that's all kind of outlined in chapter 16 of the engineering guidelines, I believe, under part 12. So just be aware that we're going to have another phone call outside of these phone calls, specifically just for the part 12 as a secondary coordination call. And in there, we'll outline some very detailed information. So once that plan gets approved, that's going to happen pretty quick. So just FYI. Yep, that's it. That's all I got for today. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I really do appreciate your time as always. I'm not going to talk to you before the end of the year, I don't think. So Merry Christmas to you guys. Happy New Year also. Sorry, sir.
Public comment. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Appreciate everything. Have a great Thanksgiving. You too, Jeremiah. Stay out of the water. It's cold.
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks.
One more thing before I completely sign off is, so the quarterly calls, would you like to keep them going into 2026 2026, yes or no? I think they're helpful for me, but again, it's up to the county. If you want to keep me on the calendar every quarter, I'm happy to do it. We can check in with each other, talk a little bit if we need to.
Oh, okay.
Quick question, Jeremiah. Do you want to stay on for this next one, this letters that the people are sending to FERC, or is this something that we should close? And
I will stay on. You should, I guess, probably close this one and then open up the discussion on the next one.
okay.
Do you want to, they're wondering if you want to keep our quarterly meetings going forward next year? Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep our quarterly going forward.
Okay. I will send an email to Miranda and thank you guys again. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Appreciate you.
All right. Have a good holiday.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
I got to read. I should put it as reading it too.
Blaine coming down for this next one?
I was thinking he was. All right, well, we'll go ahead and move on to this, next one is Travelers, way ahead. Georgetown Lake Homeowners Association letters to FERC. Did you see any of these, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I saw that response.
Okay.
Well, is this something we have to respond to again?
Well, I didn't think so. I thought, it's just running it as is. We haven't been out of compliance or nothing, and I don't know what they're trying to say. I guess go ahead and put him on, whoever's there.
Ed?
I think that's who, he waved his hand. Did you want to say something, Ed?
He's got unmuted, so.
You gotta unmute yourself. He's talking to him. You gotta unmute yourself. Nice.
We still can't hear him. He's unmuted.
You gotta unmute yourself. He's putting up his ears or his hand.
Gotta turn your mic on.
have them call.
Can you even hear us? Must not. You can call in. Don't do no good. Don't throw your hands up. It ain't our fault.
He's unmuted on our end, so I don't know what's going on.
We can't hear you, Ed.
Yeah, I don't know, Jeremiah. We can't hear him. We can see him there, but he can't hear us or nothing either.
Can you hear us, Ed? Okay, you can hear us.
Call.
Do you wanna
I guess-
call?
Commissioners,
Okay,
just on my side, I mean, the Georgetown Lake Homeowners Association submitted a response back to FERC based on Granite County's response to FERC for the additional information requested. But there's, I guess, nothing really else that needs to be done at this point. Like, there was no additional request from FERC for any additional information or whatever. So, and I guess it could go in the record as being a response to FERC, but FERC did not require the county to resubmit anything. So I don't think anything needs to be done.
I think we're good, Jeremiah. I mean, we're following what we're supposed to do and we're up to what we have to do. And so I guess we'll just move on. I can't, his thing ain't working. You can call in if you want, Ed. No?
It's 7022.
Yep, 859-7022.
859-7022. You just say anything. Anyway, well, I guess we'll move on. Thanks, Jeremiah. You have a good Thanksgiving.
Too. And we just got, I know Kareem kind of covered all that stuff, but he submitted some comments on all the documents we submitted in April. Finally got comments. So that's part of, it's actually part of a task order that you guys will have on the agenda for signature next week. Basically doing the DSSMR, DSSMP, EAP update, the ODSP to address just their comments. But those are all yearly documents that have to be submitted every year. So that I'll be back on next Tuesday, but that's what we'll have, and then we'll get rolling on all those documents.
Sounds good. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay. Yep. Happy Thanksgiving. Take care.
Yep, you do.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Yep. See ya.
We got 15 minutes.
We'll go on. For 15 minutes down the next one. Okay, well, we're back on and we're gonna jump into the county employee Christmas gift for approval. We do this every year, kind of an appreciation for everybody. I guess the big thing is whether to do a ham, turkey, or gift card.
What do you think, Blanche?
Oh, sorry.
Ham, turkey, or gift card. That's kind of all I think we'll probably approve it, but we'll just.
I myself would think that they would appreciate gift card.
I think it's easier.
And they can use it for anything they need.
So I'd entertain a motion.
To a $25 gift card. And where are we getting it from?
Hoffman's.
Okay, so that would be a question.
That way they can get grocery
Yeah.
stuff or whatever.
There isn't really anywhere else in the community to get a $25 gift card.
Then you can get what you want.
We've always did, again, they've been.
Well, I'm just thinking that
I
I
know.
want the business people out there to get the benefit of it, but the only one that can really do anything is Huffman's, where they can really use it.
When the
Okay.
DUI task force does their gift cards for designated drivers, we rotate them in. Yeah, they do.
So
There's
I
the
would make
counties.
a motion that we give the county employees a gift card from Huffman's for our appreciation to them for $25.
Is this go to part-time? people?
No, all of them, everybody.
I just wanna make sure. that-
Yeah, all employees.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
I guess Miranda, you weren't here last year, but.
No, I did it
there's a
last year.
Copy, thing that a guy.
She did it last.
I did it last year.
Oh,
I was here barely.
She's been here a year now.
all right.
Well,
She's an old timer.
I don't know about
You
that.
didn't even bring a cake in for her anniversary, yearly anniversary.
Why didn't you?
I didn't know when she started. I started after.
You're down here saying all this shit. Believe me, Blanche, I'm coming back on you, huh? Alrighty, well,
I'm just hinting that mine's coming up, January
Uh-huh.
1st or 2nd or whatever.
mine's going, Blanche, mine's going out.
Yeah. Yeah, I could be going out.
Alrighty, well, we'll move ahead to I know we're kind of jumping a little bit here, but, we'll go into this Travelers Home road speed signs reduction request. There's somebody.
I don't know if she was coming in, but Deb Peters has a letter.
Yeah,
Yes, I
that's
have
what I heard.
A request from her.
In case someone comes in.
Yeah, I
I
might
think we're
wanna,
better, cause if you thought somebody's coming in, this is coming in.
not positive shoes, but
So, if you're reducing it, beyond what the statutory authority, they have, a speed study, yeah.
Well, the worst, yeah, the thing about it is that once you do it there, then the whole county, and you know how much that's gonna cost for everything, the signs, I guess I'm against reducing the speed on it.
So,
I know, it's
Yeah,
not
I mean-
soon, but I'll say it then too, I believe as is.
there's an extra deputy here now and talk to sheriff about.
Just,
More
and that puts
enforcement
more
there.
on them too, and it's just, these guys, people move, build on these places, and they know what it is. I guess there's going to be more and more people, but if you set a presence on that spot, you're gonna be putting it all over. Your Black Pine will be next one coming in, yeah. That's me.
I agree, I think, looking at through enforcement side of it versus reducing speed. He's giving.
No, I about drowned it Sunday.
Uh-oh,
Not supposed to be in the water.
I was chasing like moose hunting.
ended up in a pond.
And then I was one fell on the other side, and I thought, well, I can just wade that river, and I got in about there and burr. So then I went and got my chest waders. That river, there's more water moving out.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Or a goose.
You want now goose for Thanksgiving? Maybe that's what you give employees, a goose.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you give more than $25, but I know that guy.
I'm not gonna go for it.
No, it's not, it's a nice gesture.
Yeah, he didn't cover the inflation costs of groceries.
Yeah. Now the core grizz too.
I know.
I haven't seen the actual holding, but I've heard that debated on whether it's.
I heard one buddy of mine said there was a catch that they reviewed or whatever, but it didn't get overturned, that the cat's caught. They said it bounced off the ground. It shouldn't have been a catch. But
I didn't hear about
that might be just a
Yeah.
fan's perspective too.
Yeah, it's can't make tight games like that. Gotta make the little mistakes.
Oh, like a like I text those, some of my buddies are like, oh, good seeing them, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, football gods like blue and gold this weekend. Scobie
Good.
won, the Cats won.
I'm glad they have a chance to rebound.
Yeah.
I mean, Los Angeles, but
Yeah, cause they're, yeah, cause they'll play in the semi.
yeah,
Potentially.
potentially. Yeah, it's a good rematch. And the Grizz get Loud, their best cornerback, help the pass defense. I'm not sure if he's expected or not.
Cause who do the Grizz open up with this?
They have bye, so they were
Oh,
three
they
seed,
did, they
yeah,
got a
top
bye.
four get a bye for
Okay.
sure. So it'd be the winner of South Dakota State and New Hampshire.
Oh, that's right.
South
Right,
Dakota
South
State's
Dakota
been
State
down,
got in there.
yeah, but the quarterback was, I don't know if he's back or not.
So who are the top four? Cats, one, Grizz and
Yeah,
North Dakota.
North Dakota State, Montana State, Montana, I think that Tarleton, or however you say that.
all from Texas, that new.
Yeah, they beat Army, but then Army didn't, I don't think they had a very great season, so, but yeah. Tarleton's good. But I think, I mean, North Dakota almost beat North Dakota State, it was 5 points, so it's anyone's.
Yeah.
Any of those top three, I think. Yeah, so that semifinal will be a big one.
Oh. Yeah, cause I was looking at the power rankings, or the AP rankings earlier this year. I'm like, who the heck is this? I had to look them up.
Yeah.
Texas team. It came up from Division 3 or.
I hadn't heard of them either.
Out of Dallas or somewhere outside Dallas.
Yeah, somewhere out there. The national championships in Nashville, yeah, Nashville. Who gave you the stress ball?
That's probably down from whatever conference.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Mako training?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I use it all the time.
Ashley comes in and uses it all the
Oh,
time.
She does too?
Yeah, it's well loved.
Like, why? I didn't know I was wearing the paint off so much.
I might grab it once in a while too.
You need one up at the, for coaching too?
Yeah.
I needed one Saturday.
I bet.
Pretty much all through the playoffs, because they were 10 games, the last two.
Yeah, they were.
No. Well, I didn't like that, that number one. Well, we went into that game this weekend too, like if Scobie wins, they're not gonna run on us at all, and they couldn't move the ball running.
Yeah.
Mom was watching on NFHS, she was even saying the radio cast, was like, Scobie can't even run the ball,
Yeah,
we
that's
shut
really good.
that down,
Yeah,
and then we just had a bad day in our secondary, and that number one had a great day.
that quarterback could get it down the field.
Yeah. Well, he just floated it up
Yeah.
too, and just even that, one of those touchdowns that Gettle had, that number one jumped the route for that, slant was
Yeah.
all over it.
Yeah,
The quarterback threw it, and it was way high, like 5 feet over everyone's head, and that number one just jumped up, caught it with one hand and landed on his back.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not our day. It's
Yeah.
just not
Yeah.
our day today.
yeah. So they like run right. Is it because of that 35 or 37 or that big guard they're trying to run behind, or what was the?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like, they kind of would run that way a little bit, but they usually try to like pull him and get him out and
Yeah.
then run the other opposite side of him, but
Yeah.
they really just wanted to get the ball to number 4.
Yeah.
And, and he didn't do, they got that one big run, but we finally
Yeah.
got a holding call
Yeah.
after 3 quarters, but.
Well, yeah, that one drive there, they held about every.
Oh, yeah, I
play.
mean, Javi was getting held by 3 guys and they wouldn't throw a flag, but by that point, the game was over, but I mean, it was all
Still,
game, he was
yeah,
getting held.
yeah.
They weren't calling him.
Well, in the fourth quarter, Jake got hit late there. Yeah, they didn't call anything. It was like the Grizz playing South Dakota State. I mean, Governor got his jersey ripped off and they did not call one holding goal. It's like, that's not right. I mean, especially when, yeah.
And those
affecting the outcome of the game.
The rest wouldn't even listen to us or anything.
Do you think they were like a mixed crew, or are they like ones that work together, or what were
I'm thinking they're probably from Muskogee. That's what I was thinking.
For a state champion, I would hope that would, yeah, they would get like voted on or something,
It
but
should be, but I'm sure we probably all came out.
as people were saying, they were joking with their fans.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, Boston one time had his jersey like way up there, and the ref was helping get it down, and so, oh, he must have been held. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
Look at that one that we were on the ref about. Was right in front of him. I mean, Austin was getting bear hugged and
Yeah.
not being able to
Yeah,
move. And the guy's like, Jason's like, there's a hole.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not my call. I was looking this way. That's his guy's.
He's like, there's a hole right here, a hole.
We were looking right at it. Not my call. It's like, I don't care if it's your call or not. It's a hole. It's a hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were terrible refs.
you gotta have the home field advantage is big, 'cause at least you get hopefully neutral reffing.
Which might be good about, I mean, solely about having home field advantage, but maybe for the chipper, maybe that neutral field isn't such a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. View was nice. It's kind of tough without 100-yard field trying to do the
Yeah.
boundary, but yeah, having a neutral field, there's nothing wrong with that. All the home teams won, right? I mean, Glacier won, Frenchtown won. Granted, I mean, Frenchtown probably won that either way, but,
Goldie,
Manhattan won, right? Or
Yep.
Manhattan.
one. And
Did they
then,
play that Manhattan?
so there are some,
And then the 6-man, I can't remember.
there's Chester, Joplin, Ivers. I don't remember who was the higher seed.
Hmm.
Or where it was played. But no, being one of 10 teams playing on Saturday, that's a pretty good deal out of the season.
Yeah. And for people who weren't expecting, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would go deep in the playoffs, but to get to the state champion, I don't know what
I figured we'd go to the chipper, we just had to get through Belt.
Yeah. And Belt probably would be the one next year to go through, because they, like the coaches, they lost all their skill players.
Yeah, they lost like 9 seniors.
Yeah.
They still got triplets kid though. There's still a
That kid's
couple of
an
those
animal.
dudes
Yeah, on the big,
that
that
are juniors.
nose guard, maybe with nose guard.
Yeah, I can't remember, I got the rosters at home, but
No, it's,
so Lane.
hey, how's it going?
Long time no see.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, come on in, have a seat. What's new?
Not much. I heard there was a meeting about our speed
Yeah, yeah. It's, Debbie did a letter, and maybe you signed it too, I don't know.
Couple more minutes.
No, I didn't, but
Steve, have you met Paul Kolaski and Miranda?
I'm
Steve Peters, former deputy, former,
Kolaski.
Hi, Steve.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
you miss it?
not really. I'm tired of catch and release.
Yeah. Oh, it's, system's not. Yeah. Need a bigger prison, bigger everything.
No, after what he gave that Phillips,
Yeah,
that was it for me.
yeah, that was
That was
Yeah.
the stupidest sentence I ever heard.
yeah. And I think Jeff's gonna be good, but it's still, the system's set up for probation. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
system.
yeah. They think it's gonna work, all you do is rotate people through the county jail system, so Butte, Missoula, they're just full up and, yeah.
Well, they go from Missoula to here,
Yeah, yeah.
you back to
Just doing the
Missoula.
rotation.
Hey, Scott,
Good morning.
how's it going?
Morning.
Busy in the tax.
Come up here if you want.
They got,
These just got refinished by, speaking of the prison,
Yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
good.
What happened?
these chairs just,
Oh, yeah,
we're doing lots of refurbishing.
Got a couple of our water tenders painted by them.
Oh, did they? They do a good job.
Should be
Yeah,
around
yeah.
Christmas if it's
I got,
still on.
just got a desk from them, they did a good job on, Carol and
Oh, no.
got two desks in there, yeah, they do a good job.
Cool.
I just.
I'll move it out of here.
But
I
I
got
like
nice
chairs
chair, I
and all
know,
the desks.
there's now. Sophia's on.
It's too bad they're
tonight for homework.
Oh.
A waiting list, how long it takes.
Yeah, it does take a while.
Their little
Patient.
workstation somewhere. so
Yeah.
Well, they come and drop stuff off and take stuff, so just to continue, to get
Or a
things.
laptop.
This
Yeah.
guy could use it too. Okay. You remember Steve Peters, former deputy, Blanche?
Oh, no.
Might get a Grizz Bobcat semifinal here in Bozeman. Be nice to get revenge on those guys.
Yeah.
Did Jackie tease you at all about losing to the Cats?
No, but
Cause you haven't.
I was, but it could be Grizz South Dakota State here in 2 weeks.
Indeed.
So,
Might have to do a little wager on that.
yeah. Dude from the Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
Or where the other team switched
Yeah,
for a week.
Or the, I had a Grizz jersey. I used to do that with Carol and wearing it for the next day.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. What's that go?
Did you miss the pop-up then?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well,
We've
I had
got
to.
37,000 so far in electric sales for Plug Creek project.
Just 7.
What did we get last year total?
Last year was,
Much more budget.
total was 39.
Yeah.
We budgeted 60. And we got 39, so we're not even getting 60. Or 60 is low, actually, we're usually
100.
around 80-ish. So 60,000 doesn't really cover expenses. And we don't even get that. What are we doing?
Say no to Scott for the 12 o'clock. See him out there?
He's always late.
Well, I stepped out and did it.
But more of the community would be.
Hey, you. But Lisa was coming. Finish.
Yeah. I thought Joan was gonna be here.
A lot of people thought it was at 9, though.
Did they?
My wife thought.
There for the viewing Monday morning. Don't you usually post it by then?
The agenda's out by Friday.
Friday.
Oh, yeah, I get in trouble if it's not.
Oh,
I would get in trouble. No, I send it on Friday. Oh, Debbie, my wife's actually calling. Hi, Deb, this is Miranda. Hi.
Word.
No, it's at noon. Your agenda items at noon. The meetings start at 9. Yeah,
you didn't plan
He's-
10, did you?
he's
No, I just can't pay my taxes.
He's here. Yep, all's good. All right, you bet. Thanks, Deb. Bye. Yeah, she got it was in there, but you're good. She was gonna call you.
Oh,
I was like, no, he's here. All's well.
timing worked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
Oh.
Donald took out.
When Kimby went up the stairs,
I
I took
guess
his
Donald
he's
took
back.
out Debbie. Hustling.
Yeah.
Just with that bum knee, you couldn't get down the stairs fast enough, right?
Now, I went up and looked at went up and looked at the new desk caught it, and then looked at Linda, that roll top. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they did a good job on the roll tops.
What's going on? What did I miss?
Haven't started
That's what I
yet.
was asking.
All right, well, we'll go into that travelers home or road speed signs reduction request. We have a letter here from Debbie Peters. Is that what you're here for?
Yeah,
All right, we'll take your comment.
I think it's just too fast, especially through that little narrow area. I've almost been hit head on there numerous times. And what's the sense in posting a sign? Who's gonna enforce it? Really? I mean, when I was a deputy, I wouldn't go sit up there to enforce that little road. It just doesn't make sense. But 35 miles an hour on that road, especially since we got that new house right there that's got the kids and everything, that's just too fast.
Kids, rabbits,
Ducks, geese,
geese, everything.
dog,
State your name for, sorry.
oh, Steve Peters.
And Scott Redding. And how many county roads have speed signs on them? You know, that's kind of.
Used to be a lot, but everybody seems to like them. That
Yeah.
and shot up. We spent a lot of money on signs, not just speed signs, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of a waste of time to have to pay it through, because I mean, we got.
that's an expense that I don't think the county needs to, like,
Well, the thing might be to get that one lower to 25, then you're gonna have black fine. I mean, then all of a sudden you're setting a precedent there, and then you're gonna have to do the whole county. Then you're gonna have to do speed studies on each road.
yeah,
I mean, it's just not saying, or you can't just say we're gonna lower it.
Well, and I think like all county roads, if there's a sign or not, it's 35 miles an hour. There's the speed limit. And that from,
And I'm
Yeah.
sure, you know, when these roads were put in 100 years ago, nobody thought it'd be building up like this either, so I mean, you
Yeah.
get more and more. And like down Rock Creek, you know, or you know, as I do, you were down there working, and you start picking people up, and it's usually the ones that were complaining, and then you're no good there.
Yeah,
I wonder if that, is the speed trailer still around? Does the sheriff have that?
I haven't seen it for a while.
they had 3 of them.
They gotta be somewhere, I'll have to ask Rico,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's probably
Yeah,
happening
using that might
all,
be-
one there was there
I'll
all.
slow down.
So are you saying that they're going faster than 35 or that 35 is too fast?
Well, both. 35 is too fast on that road. It's a narrow little area, barely can fit 2 cars in them. And you got people driving faster than 35. So you posted at 35, they think, oh, I can go fast. And like I say, you got kids and all the other people down there. And you got people riding horses up and down that road all the time. It's just too fast.
I mean, like you were saying, it's like, you know, it's at 35, but no one's gonna go out there and enforce it. So if we put it at 25, no one's still gonna go out and enforce it, so.
no sign.
You know, have you guys like call the sheriff's department and make complaints and have them monitor a little bit? I mean. Yeah, I mean, what's the sign gonna do if they're not gonna adhere to it?
Well, that's the thing, they're not gonna adhere to a sign, so why even have a sign? I mean, the only thing that the sign might do is if there's an accident, they investigate it. That might give somebody a ticket. But then is the county gonna be questioned on that narrow little road being that fast?
Which comes to a speed study, which takes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
what, 18 months, 2 years, maybe, if you're lucky?
Well, the state won't do it there either.
Yeah,
it'd be
that would be
yeah.
a county thing because
But-
there's.
Yeah, it'd be county.
It's county road.
Yeah.
So why was the road sign, I mean, speed.
Why was it
sign
put up?
Yeah, why were they put up?
They were put up before I was over here. They put them up, their signs are just.
Is there?
Cause then they can't they, if the sign's up, then they can actually, if they're picked up going over.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be cited.
You gotta have a sign to be able to write it.
Good number.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
ever since I've lived here, there's never been a sign on that road.
It's recently.
They just popped them up after they put the 2 new cattle guards in.
I guess we gave them the permission to put them up, I don't know, we just, you know, it's just something that covering us too, I guess. I don't know, I guess I can't really answer, I know we'd like to put up more, but there's, they get to this task, we put them up.
But you're saying you're not, don't want the sign up, what you're saying?
Yeah, cause I mean, most people, like me and stuff, I drive slow through there. But if you got it posted at 35, you get these guys from Missoula and stuff that go up to the VRBOs. They're gonna go 35 or 40 through there anyhow.
Let them go down whatever, I mean, I don't see how you'd ever stop them from, I mean, you could put 25 through and then they're gonna go 35, 40 just to see, oh, let's see how fast we can get through there. I mean, it can work both ways.
Yeah, I understand that.
I guess
Well, the one thing we could do is take the signs down and then our community can regulate itself, you know, just not the people that come in and out, you know, that are visitors. But we could talk to everyone and say, slow down and make it.
Well, you can do that now with the signs up, or how far is that in goes? Think about with signs up, at least they can go ahead and give a ticket for when they're.
Oh, I see too.
Cause if it ain't signed and that, they'll say, well, I didn't see a sign even that it states on, that all roads in county, you know, are 35, but not all. But I mean, not. If you don't have something there, and it was like up Rock Creek, we had to put new signs, but people were saying, well, no sign.
What's the speed on Rock Creek?
35.
Okay.
It's 35, there we go.
A lot of Rock Creek's 30.
Down there.
Yeah, down in the lower end of the Rock Creek's 30 miles an hour.
Is that Granite County or Missoula County?
Both.
I have to look and see if they, back in the day, like the statute allowed them to do that without, so it could have been, prior to that speed study statute.
I know, I can't answer that. I know it's like in Bearville, so they want speed signs there, but we put up just a regular sign, it was gone the next day.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of your guys' money, taxpayer, I know it'd be nice to slow, you're just not gonna slow people down.
No, but I was just curious why they just all of a sudden popped up.
And I have them just try to cover us, I guess, cause put in cattle guards and probably gave Paul the permission to do it.
So, Blaine, what would the procedure be to lower the speed limit?
You have an engineering study and if it recommends it, which it sounds like that narrow spot.
That's the county don't need.
Maybe we can have them up there looking at, or, you know, patrolling it more, get Rico in here and talk to them to see if they could help, especially some of these concerned areas, you know, that we're getting. This is not this year, we're getting other people that.
Oh, yeah.
We're fixing the roads too nice, maybe we should leave them really shitty and they won't go that fast.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't matter how bad the road is, they still go that fast, you know?
Well, they got fancier cars, you don't feel it. No, I don't know.
I mean, my thoughts are, it's like, yeah, you talk to the sheriff's department, have them patrol it for a while, and, I mean, if
Hammer
it's the
some hard.
VRBO season, you know, which is probably typically more summer, have them patrol it more in summertime, or, you know.
Summer, fall, or is it all year?
It's all year long.
I know, I just think guy needs to maybe sit down with Rico, have him come in and see if we can get more watching up there, try to get some, and then once they start writing a few tickets or so, then maybe it'll get out that, you know.
An
it's
extra
not
deputy
gonna be a
now.
speed
Got-
zone.
Brendan's graduated from the academy today, so yeah.
Maybe, you know,
fully
maybe
staffed.
get one of those speed wagons up there to just let people know.
It catches their attention and slows them down, then they get on it. I see it, I just.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what, you know.
Well, my vote would be no sign. If there's gonna be a sign, I'd like to get 25. That's.
Well, that's not gonna happen, we have to have signs to give tickets. So your vote's out.
I'm just here,
Yeah,
part of the community
Yeah.
where I
Trying
live.
to-
That's just what
yeah, trying to
I
solve it.
prefer that. If there was a vote or a, you know, something, I thought there'd be more people here that we could change some things, but, you know, it's, the 35 seems to me
arbitrary, it just showed up. And I think it's faster than it should be.
Because we're doing our job, Scott, it's not even making it.
Well, I disagree with
Yeah,
that job of 35,
yeah.
going too fast. So that's just I'm just gonna voice my opinion.
No,
And that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
No, I wish we could do some more, but it's just, you know, I just sit down, have Rico come in, sit down, have him on the agenda, maybe we could talk to him, get more patrol out
Yeah,
there.
maybe ask him about the
Yeah.
speedway and,
Have you driven that road?
yeah, I know the road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not good.
it's not a good road in that little canyon at that speed. It's really not.
Okay, so what you're saying is that no to lowering the speed limit. Is your, and the reason being because. Why?
Cause I think you're gonna be setting a precedent, and then next thing you're gonna have everybody coming in, and you're gonna have to start doing studies, and then Blackline will be the next one. It'll just work down all the
It's
way.
gonna cost a lot of county to do the speed
Okay, and
studies.
so you're saying that 35 is too fast
oh, yeah.
and you wanted it to 25.
Or, yeah, it's lower than that, that's for sure, because there's families right on the road, and then you get a little bit farther up and it turns like this into a canyon kind of thing, and 35 is, I don't see how anyone can do 35 through there, but, you know.
So, and then you're saying that the road is so narrow up there that it shouldn't be 35 because you can't get two cars on it, or what?
Well, to pass, you can get two cars by, but you have to be traveling, you know,
yeah.
at reduced speeds at 10 or 15 miles an hour.
I don't think you're ever gonna get anybody to drop down their tens and that.
Well, I didn't say that, I just saying, yeah.
You won't get to drop down.
35 is, I think, we could ask.
It's more concerning to me, I take it that you'd like to have the signs down.
Yeah,
But the only thing, then, if we're asking him to go up and do more
Ticketing.
ticketing, he has to have them to prove shoes or bring it to here.
And you're saying there's no signs there at all now?
No, there's two new ones, we have.
Oh, we just put two new
ones.
ones. Oh, so that's what's bringing this in, is you guys
Mhm.
saw
They
the
just-
signs.
we
and
were
were going,
just
"Hey,
now the
hey,
signs
hey."
disappeared.
I think bringing the sheriff in and seeing if you can get some enforcement up there. I mean, there's how many VRBO, I mean, there's.
I don't know how many's in there now, but, and in this time of the year, we got all the knuckleheads from Kalispell and Missoula who go zooming through there to go hunting. And they're hunting in the estates where they're not supposed to be.
Yeah, that's something that we, you know,
But, you know, that's nothing to do with that, but they're extra traffic on the road we don't need.
Yeah.
So the area that you're saying there's kids playing, can you get a children at play sign maybe?
Well, they have them up, but it still says 35.
I know,
Right.
but so let's slow down when you're going around children at play.
How many signs?
Speed bump, you want a speed bump in there?
Yeah,
now,
Well, the signs that are up,
Lakeshore.
put up
now we're
by
not going through that again.
Liz.
Yeah, Brian's got a sign right after the 35 slows, dogs and children playing. And 35 doesn't mean
That
slow.
must be a private sign, cause I never seen.
Yeah, he put that up.
I was gonna say, cause I never seen us ever buy.
I saw the 5 is signs for.
That's everywhere.
And then just before you come up, you know, onto the flat area,
Yeah.
there's an old sign that says slow children playing. You know, it's all wood sign, remember seeing that?
But the new house is the one that worries me with the speed limit of 35. Cause they're right on Travelers Home Lane.
Right.
It's 1, 2, 3 travelers.
But it's always been 35.
Yeah, and,
They built there.
but they got, well, it was never posted at 35.
Right, but.
No, but it was.
Growing, I mean, being in the county, any road, this county road is 35, if it's posted or not. That was the speed limit for all county roads. I knew that when I was in high school and everything. And it's not like it's a new thing. It's been 35 for a long time.
And we've had so many people come in and ask for signs, that's why pretty much, there's gonna be more around.
Okay. There's my action. My voice was to keep it slower and that's all I can.
I mean, I think
I'm not gonna change government.
Right.
Or-
The best case, I think, is like we'll talk to the sheriff, get a speed wagon there, we put a speed wagon kind of right by that house and before the blind corner going up the hill and people, have it start red and blue lights at them if they're going over and it will slow them down. And then as soon as you take it away, when it gets bad again, put it back. I think we'll just sit down with the sheriff and.
Yeah, we can get him on production.
Because I know how busy the sheriff and the deputies are,
Right.
and they're not gonna wanna be up there very often,
Okay,
because they are busy. I've done a job.
Yeah.
I can see setting precedents is not a good idea, because then I can see keeping it uniform at 35. And which it's always been, and now that you have road signs, you come in and say we want it lower.
But I didn't know the county road speed limit across the board, that's ignorance on my part. And I just think should be a little slower, but that's just personal driving, responsibilities of people.
No, I'm sorry. People don't care. You've been that.
Yeah,
Can I
people don't
give-
care.
May I get Blaine's opinion on this?
I think, yeah, sitting down with sheriff and the guy who did authorize and Dave Lucero's position now is Cole Times, there's extra help there. Position he had, they made that full. And then, yeah, I like the idea of, if the speed trailer is not broken down, looking to, get those fixed. I think they're attractive.
I haven't seen it, well, I was in the hall and I haven't seen it, so by the school, but
He used to have one up here by the school.
Yeah.
have to ask him what happened or where they're at.
I think there was one this fall, at school and all. Just when school started for a bit. Can't remember. There was.
Now, we have a comment, go ahead.
It's Elena.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Public comment on
Hi,
this?
thank you. Thank you. This is Elena Gagliano. I don't know if somebody mentioned this, but since it is a county road, what about a speed bump?
Say that again.
Speed bump. Yeah, I did mention that, but there was so many problems at Lakeshore with it
Then
that,
that about ripped our blade off.
For the plow trucks.
Yeah, no, we're not putting a speed bump in.
Well,
are kids crossing right there? Is that the house? You said it's right there with the kids?
Well, the house is off the side and then there's a little bit of, their property and then the road's right there. And the kids will play all in that area. And so will all the chickens, rabbits and, livestock they have there. So that can,
Yeah.
when
The crosswalk idea, but they're not really, they're more just on their side, yeah.
it's not a crosswalk, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a fence line, the Dennis Ranch is there. We could keep the cattle there all year round, that seems to do pretty good. Slowing everybody down.
Matt might go buy a cow.
Yeah. So,
But
but
now I know it's not a joke, but it's just, we'll sit down with Rico and we'll get some more help up there or get somebody up there more often. Start hammering a few and then we'll sort it, they get it out, but yeah, they didn't get it. Go from there, I guess.
we could get back to taxes.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks you guys.
Good seeing
Yeah,
Good seeing you.
Yes, good to see you.
yeah, good to see you.
I'll shake your hand again if you're gentle.
Nice meeting you.
I was just kidding.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, good, yeah.
All righty, we'll go ahead into the Systems Northwest Communications Agreement for courthouse elevators.
You want
The man is here.
Is that why you're here?
I guess. I wasn't sure if Jackie got it all situated, make sure you guys didn't have any.
Go ahead, Blanche,
Yeah.
go ahead, Blanche and Jack are talking.
No, after she called, what we were thinking is what we understood, and we heard it wrong possibly, but I heard it the same way that Scott heard it. I don't know if Paul heard the same. We thought we were gonna have to pay like $600 a month to have systems in
And I don't know
Northwest.
where we come up with that.
Yeah, that was just the year.
Yeah. So, and then we didn't realize that it's already in there and set up. And if we were to not have it, we have to get something completely different, right?
Well, so that really wasn't a big deal because I told them to do the landline, so that's what they just sent out, so they installed it before I caught them. So I had to get up to get rid of it, and then after talking to Jackie last week, Systems Northwest was here yesterday, and I just told them to leave it alone for now. So I'll make sure that's what you guys wanted to do.
But regardless of phone or whatever through them, they're needed, right, as kind of the overall communications, or is it just phone?
Or Systems Northwest.
Yeah,
So they're the ones that will do all the maintenance, service and everything with the fire alarm system.
okay, yeah,
And so, yeah, so now, like, if when the alarm goes off, or if System Northwest is monitoring it, like the guys that are on call, it shows up on their telephone, like if floor 3 has smoke. Floor 2 has fire.
okay.
Yeah, I understand it better now, and then after you, Jackie and you explained it, I'd entertain a motion on it. Cause the first year is free and then we have to start paying.
Yeah, correct.
And it covers the landline as well then? Just
No, there's no landline.
No landline, okay.
Yeah.
There's 2 different cell phone numbers and then
Okay.
the monitoring, of the account.
So the motion would be to accept System Northwest monitoring. Is that what the motion would be?
Your monitoring agreement.
And to sign the, we have
Agreement.
to sign the monitoring setup form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Piece of cake, huh?
Yes,
Kind of.
Oh. I didn't know what your motion did.
Yeah,
I'll second it. All right.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried, time.
I should ask him a question. Or something like, wait for the motion. Jet lag from Sylvie.
Came home on a jet.
Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah, I felt, I've had shorter jet flights.
And on this front here, where whose numbers are gonna be there?
Yours?
The counties or my first?
Yours.
No, I think Jackie was gonna fill that out with the county's number on it.
What do you want us to look at it? Oh, we are.
So Jackie will come to Amanda, you know.
Well, we've gotten along all day. so-
It's been too long. No.
So while I'm here, the elevator guys finally fished up last week, so now we're waiting on the test, which is supposed to happen next week.
Okay, cool.
And then hopefully that thing will be up and going.
I brought up,
Yeah.
change of the subject, I brought up that window over there and we're all agreeing with it.
Yeah.
And then if we have to put a piece of plywood up there or paint it white, and then maybe we can get some light into it somehow or whatever.
Perfect, really, okay. Yeah, we'll get a piece of
Is that a job a little beneath you or?
No,
Okay.
he keeps me in town.
He was standing outside and he said he was thinking he was gonna end up on the unemployment. Not yet. Lots of little stuff that, I know,
Yeah.
you can always say no to.
No, I like the little stuff. It's fall fun.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks and good
Yeah,
job.
thank you guys.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
How do we wanna go out with the closeout on this elevator? You guys wanted to get together with the architects and everybody do a walkthrough at the same time?
Yeah, I think
Right.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know if we wanted to kind of separate it, get the architects in first and then.
I
Get a
really want
punch
to
list
through
and
and then
then-
we can hear stuff and, cause there's gonna be questions they're asking and we kind of then feel like we're gonna be double
Yeah.
questioning or something, so.
Unless you wanna walk through with them first, or were you wanting a, like?
It doesn't matter, I just didn't,
You're
if we
good.
all wanted to go through at the same time.
I think we go
Break
through
it
all
up
at the
and
same
then-
time.
Okay.
Cause then there's gonna be stuff we need to know, and then we're gonna turn around and say, oh, what about this, so why don't we just do it once and call it good?
Yeah, Yeah, like they sent me a whole bunch of signs to put up everywhere for exits and I have no idea what to do with that stuff. So I'm just gonna wait till the inspector gets here and he can tell me where he wants it.
Show some for you.
Yeah.
There's my exits, you know, three exits out one door, but I got one sign, like which door do you want me to put it at?
Yeah, we'll just work together there.
Okay,
Thanks.
perfect. All right, thanks, guys.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
All right, next one's a lease. Oh, this probably, Ashley's probably coming in for this, huh?
I don't know if she's gonna run, but she's listening, but. I don't,
Does she want to join us?
she didn't know she needed to, because it's not in her office anymore, so.
So
Well, this is kind of one of them deals where we used
the speed limit thing, everything was okay until the speed limit signs were put up.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. They don't want the signs there. Well.
Well, if
we've
you're
been
gonna enforce it,
telling
it's gotta be there.
Yeah, gotta have a posted speed limit to enforce it.
We put in new cattle guards and fixed all it up nice and then, yeah, people are gonna go fast to the left. That's what I said, leave it.
We have that problem all over the county.
Yeah, we
So I agree with,
I mean,
you can't make different,
Rock Creek Road's posted at 35 too, and they do 60.
yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Well, and then some of these people are building right on the road. I mean, that's not our fault. I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
and I hate to say it.
Isn't there
it's
kind of a,
like for kids in your yard, that way too, I mean.
Yeah.
and if the kids are down there playing, I mean, that's their responsibility. I don't wanna see a kid get hit.
Right, but it's not, yeah.
tell them to stay off the road?
And I guess they can't, you know, we're telling them all the time to keep putting signs up. We're not gonna change.
The only reason I'm not calling Rico to tell him to come
Yeah.
get speeders out Rock Creek is because it'd probably take my place on
But you guys did
them.
authorize the one halftime position to have full, so you guys did authorize more funding for help. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Last thing,
obviously,
just have-
they're busy.
see if we can have Rico come in next week just for a little bit.
Yeah, and he is anyway for the ventilation, so
Okay.
Yeah,
we all double
section.
him up there.
Leave a little time there for,
Yeah.
when we talked about that.
Okay,
And those speed wagons do help.
Yeah, when it's flashing at you,
And all
slow
of a sudden you look
down.
at your speed,
Yeah.
oh, and then you slow down.
And they know that, yeah, it's been.
So it flashes if you're going higher
Yeah.
than 39.
It says slow down.
And that corner up there that they're talking about, you can't go faster than 15 around that corner, you're going off the edge of
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
And it's always washboardy, so you're gonna do it anyway.
Brady, well, we'll go ahead and jump into this lease number 4750 or state of Montana.
So I'm assuming this is something that now that the motor vehicle division has decided that the Granite County has to pay for everything, that that's what this lease is about, and it's gonna be an annual thing. Is that what
It's every.
this
That's the way I
is?
understand.
Every period.
Every 4
Yeah.
years.
But there was
Periodic.
discussion of us charging.
Though I remember at the start there, I mean, they expect things kind of free a little bit. I mean, that's their way. It is a benefit for the people here. That's the way they look
Yeah,
at it.
otherwise they
Yeah.
don't get the benefit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's the way
yeah,
we-
yeah.
So, you wanna go
Do you have
ahead?
that lease in front of you?
Yeah, you guys all have it.
So what is,
Hey, you.
so what's?
Are you?
I didn't realize it was council.
Did you have your meeting today?
It's at 1 o'clock.
It's at 1.
Yeah.
What's that for?
She
Because
came
I
to our
went
board
to the
meeting and she
meeting.
forgot her present when she
And I
left.
forgot my
You got
present.
a present.
I know, I didn't have to be right around more.
You should have came to the meeting.
You're not on
You
the
know I
board.
wasn't there.
She didn't have one for you.
She didn't have one more. Thank you so much. I hope that meeting goes well, so.
Yeah, it will. I think it will be good. Yeah. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you
Thank
guys.
you.
Okay, take care.
Thanks for this.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Everyone.
I'm trying to recruit.
What is this for?
For the
I'm
DMV,
working.
so they have the office downstairs, they're there once a week,
Wednesdays, once a
Oh.
week.
Wednesdays.
Okay.
So it isn't, yeah, it's a benefit, so yeah,
Well,
testing,
now.
And then we're charging
I
that to
think
use the area.
it's a good thing.
so the issue is if you would charge them, but their expectation when they originally came in, there was kind of, yeah, we're giving you guys a benefit, but
Coming
they
here.
did say it's something they would talk about, but
We
I don't
signed it
know.
last year, it's just
Yeah.
come up again, Chuck and
Ashley.
Lance and I at, 5:31, it was signed, we signed it.
Okay,
And Ashley's
Then
got other
22.
counties that charge.
yeah, I
in
see
your
like
packet.
County doing 4,100 and Tool County doing
I'm
200
gonna see a place to sign it.
per month.
This is the old lease. We would need
That's what
to,
you guys consider.
we would need to do the lease still. This is the old one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we gotta
Yeah, I think this is just
discussion.
discussion.
I'll
If you guys,
entertain a motion then, if you're thinking. Lance, what do you think?
So.
But then,
then they would send it
So
to us.
do we know
So
what
if
it's
you guys
going
have,
to?
if you guys wanna talk about amounts. If you guys wanna talk about an
Well,
amount that you would
it-
charge and then bring it to them.
Well, it's showing that,
It's this example where, okay, so it's the example because Hardin County pays by the year and Tool by the month, is that why that's sitting there?
they're just showing what they charge. So, was it the DMV that's making her office do more work that they're not doing now, or is that the IRS?
well,
No, it's, not the IRS.
Or the, well, the
Department-
state,
Talking about the Department of
Department of
Revenue, it's the, it's the, registration,
it might be something to
State of
look at
Montana.
to charge them for the extra stuff we have to cover now in that office that we didn't have to, right?
Well, that would be nice if they could do that, but they can't do that.
but
Here's
he's
the
saying
thing,
charge
the thing
some
is-
here, I guess.
The
but
thing
yeah.
is now what the Department of Revenue has come in and said, okay, with this new program, now you have to pay for it, you don't get it for nothing, you don't get it for free, and that's basically what this lease is, correct?
Well, this lease is DMV for the, for downstairs, but yeah, so that was a separate issue on
Different issue,
the,
but can we charge the
Department
DMV
of-
state again for what they're making us pay?
you can charge, you can bring up a
You know what
reasonable
I'm
fee, yeah.
trying to get at here?
I would just say though, it's for reasonable fee for using that,
Okay, I'm talking about two different things, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
But you could charge them a fee for use of that office space downstairs,
So we don't,
yeah.
right? We let them use it.
but then if we lose them, right?
Cause you don't know if you start charging, they might just say, well, we're
We're
not.
gone,
gonna here, so
yeah.
we
Yeah.
take-
Gotta go down
Yeah.
and find it.
Yeah, cause then we take away from the people,
Yeah,
that's why we did that before.
That was,
that's just.
yeah.
That was. I could ask them, but I got a feeling that every time it's just like that other room over there. And
Okay, is this the actual office that we can sign the lease and we're not? What is this?
This is the lease for downstairs for
driver's-
DMV to use it for driver license.
And is she
testing.
in here is Cardin County paying $4,198?
They're
Or do
charging,
they
They're charged,
receive?
they're
They
receiving,
charge.
yeah.
charging
Yeah.
DMV.
Okay, so is she asking us to charge or what? Is that what this is about?
Well, it's just they wanna renew the lease and, be a 4-year lease, but the state of Montana said we are willing to talk about potentially, paying. It's just,
I mean,
it's
yeah, I would- For
negotiation.
me, I would come up with a number and see if they're good with it, if not, go from there.
Cause we can always just say, okay, and then we'll just keep doing it.
Right, but I think we should probably try to get some money back out of them to try to cover our cost for what we have to do on the other end.
So they're willing to pay,
Maybe.
We don't know.
Yeah, they're willing to negotiate,
Yeah,
yeah.
So start out high and go, and when we come down, if it don't work, then we can still.
but we don't want them to not come here.
Yeah.
no.
So this has nothing to do with the new software in the treasurer's office.
Just DMV
Just
downstairs.
DMV
Yeah.
downstairs. Is the DMV control the software in the office? Or is it the state, some different
So
branch,
Well,
Department of Justice?
yeah, it's, Department of Revenue would be some of their stuff up here. That was where they said you had to, She may need to come and explain
Yeah.
where they had to do their own computers. That might have been the
That was the
registration.
registration.
Oh, man.
I say no to charging them,
One thing if we charge them.
because so that the people can come here, they might just
That's why
pull,
we didn't
yeah.
before. We voted that. I know you and I voted no, cause we wanna give to the people.
We want, this is a service to the people,
And they are coming once a week.
yeah, and they're coming once a week, where they used to only come once a month, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I think it'll leave as is and.
Yeah.
She's out at lunch right now.
I think personally thinking about it, I think I'd leave as is, cause at least you know you're coming, what little bit we might get back from, might turn them away and take away from people. My motion would be just leave as is, sign the contract for 4 years and.
Are you gonna make that motion?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna second that motion.
I just think though, cause I know when we dealt with them before, they kinda have you over barrel, and if, it's nice to have it here, cause then the people.
It is different folks, I mean, different state folks, cause it is, I believe that was the, yeah, it was the registration people that were saying they needed their own equipment, right?
Yeah, that's my motion.
Yeah, this is, where we almost lost it completely, having them even stop and grant.
Yeah.
I was totally
Yeah,
confused.
and motor vehicle division is under Department of Justice, yeah,
Okay, so it is the Department of Justice that,
the DMV
DMV is,
downstairs,
okay.
yeah.
is she can come in?
She's out.
Oh, okay.
But as far as the registration bureau, they're having the county, then we do our own equipment now and.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Yeah,
different-
that's
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah, that's, I kind of crisscrossed it and confused. You guys are upset about my new cups.
Do I have a second?
Second, I did say I seconded, didn't I?
Yeah, it was public comment, I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Got you.
Even though, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And he voted for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's two different things, right?
It was
Yeah.
just the no charge, so then they'll
That
They'll
other
say
deal.
no.
I just wanted to talk to her to see if that, it was the same department charging us for the
Yeah.
registration too, cause that, I didn't know if that was under DMV or.
That other department's completely different. And then, cause we tried to talk to them about getting reimbursed or something.
Yeah.
it's the
Right,
registration.
I just thought maybe they had a way to
Yeah.
get reimbursed.
Yeah, I was
you
thinking
know,
the same thing when you were, because we have to pay for it now.
But they are two different,
Yeah, two different,
yeah, so.
Yeah,
fine.
and that's where I was,
All in favor?
I,
Yeah, I just remember that when we went through this before and then I said, well, we just don't need to come here. Well, that's.
Yeah, 'cause it was for a couple of years they weren't here, weren't they? Didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to go somewhere else.
Then Deerlock's moved now too, so you can't.
Well, they shut that one down. I think that was just the department shut them down.
Where is it at?
I thought you had to go to Missoula or Butte.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is now. That's pretty handy here.
so the one thing about that is you can get online and make an appointment and go anywhere. For example, if you see a timeline in Peaburg and you're in Anaconda, you can come over in Peaburg to do it.
Yeah.
So it's in an area where people can,
I think it's a good deal.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way you could get.
I'm just saying we get a little money back from one department.
Alrighty, well, being that's all took care of, we will adjourn.
One thought is,
Jeez.
I think motor vehicle registration might be under MVD,
under what?
MVD, so the same, yeah, it could be the same people.
Table this until Ashley can talk to us.
I was thinking it was totally separate, but
So was I, cause I
Yeah.
thought when they. You should.
it's called motor vehicle division, it's over vehicle registration too.
I thought they were.
Yeah, so it'd be there's the driver's licensing program, so it's within. It's within MVD, but it's a different,
So is it restrained from the motion and?
No, I think we still let them come and give out, this is a service to the public. And we've got that room and it's all fixed up and ready to go. I can see where we're coming from with the fact that they're charging us now, but this is, it might be under the same umbrella, but this is still a service.
Well,
to-
they're just making the county do their our own equipment and maintenance
Yeah.
now, and that on the vehicle registration side of it.
Yeah, where before it was free now, we,
Yeah.
the county, it's under the county's umbrella to pay for any kind of service on it.
Yeah, yeah. So up to you guys, but yeah, I just wanna make sure you know now it's still both under MVD. It'd be a different section of it, registration versus
But it's still
driver's license.
DMV.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll rescind my vote to nay then, whatever.
Do you wanna table it and so you can talk to Ashley about it, or?
No, I was just reading that too. I just afraid if we take it away, it's gonna hurt the people. I understand where Paul's coming from. But I think,
He could just change his vote. and
Yeah,
Be 2-1.
My vote
oh,
nay.
okay.
Nay.
Stick with it, 2-1 vote then.
Motion carried and passed. But we can still talk to her about this other, cause that contract's coming up.
So just be letting DM or MVD know that, send the proposed, these.
I guess we'll adjourn.
Good job.
Good job. Good job.